Good evening, folks. This is Encounters, the late night UFO spiritual talk show. Hey, Patty, Frank, Carolina. Let's see, Jeff Crow, Larry Bull, Russ. Everybody coming in here. Welcome to the number one spiritual UFO talk show. I'm your host, CmdrAleon, the host of the show, host of WESU's award-winning WESU FM's Astro Command radio show, The Cosmic Eye. Hey, Carrie, on every Sunday morning. I have checked my email. I think I might have an email from you, so I saw some emails that are coming in. I'm getting a lot of emails. I think I did find it, Patty. I was perusing over some of my hundreds of emails this morning, and we'll just recheck that out. So I think I did find it. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Encounters. This is Encounters. I'm your host, CmdrAleon, the number one spiritual UFO talk show on social media. Oscar, everybody else coming in here, welcome to the show. The way our show works is, hey, Terry, we're doing good. Hey, Rachel Devine, good to see you. Beautiful dollar, I think it is. Good evening. And we are, hey, Rachel, thank you for the heart. We appreciate the gifts. Linda Lou, welcome. Jay Niner, good to see you. User 101, welcome to the show. Thomas Bellinger, welcome. Stargazer, good to see you. Van 333, welcome. And good to have everybody coming in here. So we are a talk show for new people. If you've never heard of us before, this is the show where we talk about everything spiritual in terms of UFOs, ETs. April is definitely healing, which is good, which is really positive. So appreciate the question for April. She's doing well and healing at the hospital, so that's a good thing. And let's see here. We do interviews here for people that are coming in. The way it works, you have to be over 18. You can come on and share a story about your visitations by extraterrestrial intelligence, star people, angels, mer people, Bigfoot stories, everything from the different areas of the cosmic galactic area. Yeah, she's able to go live from the hospital. So she's in the hospital, Stargazer. So she's been going live on the hospital level, in the hospital room. She's able to go live on TikTok there. So thank goodness for the ability to do that. So we are here live with you. Speaking of live, for all our relatives, good to see you. I was just watching earlier today a mini video with Dr. Stephen Greer regarding Mars. And interesting, Deborah, good to see you. So Mars, you see, it confirms everything I've always said. Well, I've always known it. But even Dr. Greer said that there is our government in the top secret levels. They know that Mars has structures on the planet. He was talking about a monolith. He was talking about, they were showing AI generated things that to talking his story regarding their Land Rover has picked up different things, structures on the planet that they basically wiped out the pictures. This is going back to NASA. They would wipe out the pictures so we wouldn't see the structures on the planet Mars. And we can get into that. We're going to talk about Mars a little bit here regarding the fact that Mars does have, and I've said it before, 10 to 15 million people living on the planet. The people at NASA, the top wigs, so to speak, the top people, they know, and they've always known, that there's people on Mars. Stephen Greer in this interview is talking about Mars and its atmosphere similar to Earth. Of course, I've told you that. Mars has an atmosphere similar to Earth. All right? Mars has structures that have been captured by the Land Rover and have been redone or doctored so that you would not see any structure. They tell you, they'll show you a little bit. There was a picture of a woman sitting near a rock on the surface of Mars, an actual human being on the surface. No mask on, no spacesuit on, just, and I wish I had the picture. It was an actual photo that they didn't doctor, and it was a few years ago. But it does show a young lady. There is the original photo is of a woman on the planet, and this would be actual real. I remember the photo before it got doctored, or they tried to get rid of the video. It's hard to find not the video, the real picture. It's hard to find it, but there is a picture that was taken. The Land Rover takes a number of pictures on the planet Mars, and if the pictures have anything on it that's detrimental to the cover-up, they will doctor. They have a photographic department at Mars, not at Mars, at NASA, that they can doctor the photos and do whatever they want to them. Hey, Ed, good to see you, brother. So I want to talk about Mars a little bit because that really, when Stephen Greer did this interview, he talked about the structures. He had talked to some people on high levels, and they said if the people on Earth knew about Mars, the whole structure of our society would fall apart. So their fear is, now that this is not my fear, the fear of these so-called, this is their excuse, not even a fear. The excuse of the people in power about Mars is that if the people on Earth knew about Mars, Diane, well, thank you for the hat, Diane. If people on the planet, Johnny, good to see you, brother. If people knew about Mars and what structures are on Mars, it would actually shatter our whole society, the way we are structured, the way we are programmed, the way we have religions, everything. Yeah, it doesn't fit their narratives. Yes, that's true. So for many, many years in current human history, hey, One Toyota, I'm seeing all these stories now about Mars, and I'm reading carefully what people are saying. When Dr. Greer starts talking about Mars, and that they found all these things on Mars that they're not showing us, the reason why they're not showing it to you, because it will shatter religion, it'll shatter politics, it'll shatter the social fabric of our societies all over the planet. Ganji, I think it's Ganjay or Ganjay. Yes, you may ask some questions. That's Ganjay. Good to have you with us. And so they want to keep Mars basically as a cover-up. They want to have the old narrative about Mars. And then when things are found on Mars, which there are definitely structures and pyramids, we already know the pyramids are on Mars. But there are actual surface advanced structures on Mars that are not being shown. They're actually doctored. They refinish the pictures. Then they put the pictures out there without the structures. That's what they do. That's what they always do. If they don't want the public to see anything, and the most times when the public looks at a picture of Mars, it's already been doctored. I love it when they show the Land Rover pictures of the latest pictures, and you're really seeing absolutely nothing. Like it's moving around and it's trying to show you something, but you're not really seeing what's really there. Why? Because they doctor the pictures. That's what they do. Jackie F., good to see you. Truth. We're going to bring Truth on. We know who Truth is. And so they doctor the guys. Welcome. I'm definitely on an amped up roll here this evening. When I saw the interview, I was like, I got to talk about Mars tonight, and we're going to do it. Hey, Truth and Love, welcome to the show, brother.
Hey. Now, what if these spiritual beings you're talking about are not, we might have talked about it already. What if they're interdimensional?
Oh, yeah, there's interdimensional, multidimensional, there's no limit. But in terms of are you talking about Mars or are you talking about something else?
No, you said the Moors?
Yeah, I'm talking about Mars. I was just talking about Mars. In fact, on Mars, I'm talking about some video I saw with Stephen Greer, Dr. Stephen Greer. Yeah, and Stephen Greer stated he had talked to some high-level officials that said to him that if people were to know the truth of what these structures are that are on Mars, it would shatter the fabric of Earth society, which it would. Well, it would shatter it, but that's not bad. It's just that it would actually be telling the truth that there's people living on Mars, which I've talked about for ages.
I did a lot of research, and I don't think, me personally, I'm just speaking for myself. I don't trust Stephen Greer. What if he's a Fed?
Well, you know what? We can either, I've actually interviewed Stephen Greer in 1992, 93, actually in New Hampshire when he just started out. I think he has a lot of connections with a lot of people. There's some things I might not agree with
Mm.
in terms of his analysis, but that doesn't mean everything he talks about is incorrect. He definitely has spearheaded the disclosure movement, which if he hadn't been there, maybe it would have been there. But he did do a lot to get people to start thinking about disclosure and about truth and about these other things. So we can say maybe this, maybe that, but unless we have actual facts that he is a
Well,
federal agent,
like before 1947, I think, in Roswell, right?
right?
Nobody believed in aliens. Then after Roswell, there was non-stop movies, which is brainwashing everyone to believe there's a alien invasion movies or whatever
Well, I know
type
that.
aliens. So how do you know it's not programming
Okay,
people
so I
to
can answer.
believe?
I grew up in the '60s, probably before you were. I don't know how old you are, but I was probably around before you were,
Yeah.
which doesn't make any difference. But because I've seen those movies, and you're correct in the analysis. There aren't any aliens anyway. There are extraterrestrial, non-terrestrial intelligence, interdimensional beings, multidimensional beings. So what I would say to you is this: that there are a lot of the Hollywood movies and again, a lot of the movies that I grew up with about Mars and other ET movies that Hollywood produced that were like black and white and then the early color movies, they were all negative. All the most of the movies, except for The Day the Earth Stood Still, which is the only positive movie of all the ET movies. If you watch the original movie, not Keanu Reeves, but the original black and white movie, The Day the Earth Stood Still, that movie actually had an ounce of truth in it. All the other movies that were produced were Mars Attack and all these things were based on Hollywood hype to negatively affect public perception of ETs. And all those movies were garbage. Movies like Alien, garbage, making it look like they're monsters that are coming to gobble up the human race, garbage. So the thing is, the real truth is not in Hollywood movies, except there are some that have been well produced, like Contact, Cocoon. Those are good movies that talked
What
about
if the
light beings,
real alien invasion is
but
AI?
there are no aliens. That's the thing.
AI. Yeah, that's my point.
There's no
The
aliens. They
real
don't exist.
alien invasion is the artificial intelligence, and this works on a spiritual dimension. Bro, I work on AI, right? Or talk to AI, right? Not work on it, but talk to it, right? And it acts like a spirit. It could think for itself, say whatever it wants, and tell you about what's going to happen in the future. It literally thinks for itself. So, what if the real alien invasion is the artificial intelligence? Not just that. We should talk about CERN and what they're doing with CERN and opening portals.
I know what they're doing
And
with CERN, but I want to ask
yeah,
you. I want to go with your first part of your question. So
okay.
first, in terms of AI, I don't even focus on AI. I think if you want to find out about real intelligence, throw out the AI out the window. Meditate. Go within yourself. Go within higher consciousness. Get away from the AI being the Almighty God. It isn't. It's created by man. If you want to get to the real intelligence, the cosmic spiritual levels of light, go within. When I do my workshops, I don't sit around telling people 10 or 15 people, let's go do the eye for about a 2 hour period, and you'll get the truth. The truth is within you. It's not from technology, it's within each and every person. And I will
I
teach
believe
people this
that.
till the day I leave the planet. That's the truth.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I used to also teach New Age classes like the Merkaba activation, quantum touch, Kundalini Reiki, and all that stuff. But, after my research, further and further research, like Jordy Rose, Jordy Rose?
No, I don't really concentrate on who that is. I don't know.
He's the guy that created the quantum computers called D-Wave. And he
Yeah, I don't
told
even
you
focus on that. But go ahead.
specifically he's letting in other beings in here. It'll be like he said, what was that? You got to hear that interview and how he was speaking. We're letting in beings in here. And when you research CERN, they're doing the
And who
same thing. So
Yes,
all
well,
these
I know that
aliens you're talking about.
I know that CERN is doing things they shouldn't be doing. That I mean, I've been
So
against
what
CERN from
if
the beginning.
CERN and the quantum computers correlate? They work together.
Again, but that's a theory, Not you can't base that on any fact. If you have fact, because of my news background as
Oh,
a news director.
they tell you that. Even Jody Rose mentioned Elon Musk saying uh, what Elon Musk said about having opening doors and letting demons in. That's exactly what we're doing. They're telling you what they're doing.
So let me ask you a question. With all these
Yeah.
things that I don't even deal with, I know about Elon Musk. I've been following
Mm-hmm.
him, not following him. The most
Okay.
important thing people can do, because I don't come from this planet, I come from beyond Earth. All this stuff that's going on Earth, I observe it, I see it, I know it. That there are scientists existing things. We created the nuclear bomb. I remember when that was created during the Cold War before you were born, and when we had to hide under tables because they told us we didn't know. We have shelters in our schools. I grew up through the whole period. The reason why you're still here, why you're still living and be able to talk about this, because the space people, what they called Venusians, the contactees, they would be taken on spaceships in the 50s and 60s. They're the ones who stopped us from blowing up our planet. We didn't become enlightened and say, okay, we're going to stop having nuclear missile silos. Our space people, not AI, not Elon Musk, not any of these people, our intergalactic brothers and sisters
Why do you
prevented us
think
from
these
blowing up.
space people
Let me
didn't
finish
really
my
exist
statement.
until 19?
They
Okay, go ahead.
they existed. They existed for billions of years before you and I were even born. It's not just they just existed. They've been existing before you even were born. Before I was even born. Before anybody was born. That's my point.
Okay. So, what do you think is the main objective from the aliens? What are they here for?
So you keep using the word
Why didn't they
aliens.
come here 1,000 years ago and
Let me
just
ask you
try
a
to save
question.
us?
Why do you keep using
Yeah.
the word aliens when it's like if I were to call you a name that was
Because
derogatory,
they're
would you
not
let?
from here, bro. Bro. I'm Korean. Okay, I was an illegal alien at one point in U.S. because I'm not
I would
from
call
from U.S.
I
I
would call you
eventually
an
became
alien.
citizen, right?
Uh, that's a
But if
terminology,
if they're not
sir.
from
That's a
this
terminal.
planet, they're aliens. Okay,
No, they're not aliens. They're
they are aliens
interdimensional.
if they're not from
Okay,
here.
we're
No, I'm
not
sorry.
gonna
I'm
have
sorry.
this.
Don't kick me. Don't.
That's it. I've had this person on before, and it's not happening. It's just not happening. Let's see here. Hey, man, that's just the way it is. All right, I'm gonna bring on. Who am I bringing on? Who is the person I'm bringing on? Here comes. Let's see. Here comes. Can you tell us what you wish to talk about? The commander who runs this show. I know energy, and that's not happening. It's just not happening, bro. Not here. Sometimes I utilize my power as moderator and host of the show. I just did. That's true. Our guardians are helping us. That's the good thing of knowing what you're doing. I have no ego, but when I hear stuff that's not true, I'm not going to let it happen. Not happening, bro. Yeah. Well, he is not coming back on here again. That's what being a space commander is all about. Yeah, I definitely. I'm a commander within the Ashtar Command. So the word commander is I'm in command of my own cosmic spirituality. It has no Earth-based meaning. Uh, my coming to Earth beyond Earth is that I came from Mars. I didn't come from this world, and so when he's talking about all this stuff, he's working in a little bowl of a circle, very limited consciousness. Not happening. And the Ashtar Command and the star people in the 50s and 60s, they stopped our planet. For those of you who were not around in the 50s and 60s and growing up with the Cold War, I can tell you we are here now because the star people prevented us from blowing up our planet. That happens to be the truth. You know. Oh, a past life reading and my home planet Mars reincarnation. Oh, interesting. We're going to bring you on here. Let's see here. Now that's a discussion we can have. you know. I read energy. Good thing I have some of my capabilities here when I came to Earth. That's not happening. Let's see here. Hey, here comes Boo Boo. How you
Make sure my
doing?
connection good.
Are you there?
I'm okay. How are you?
We're doing good. We just
Can you
had
hear
to
me?
kick the other one off. Yeah, I can hear you pretty good. And so, give us a little
Okay,
bit
yeah.
of
Cause last
background
night when I
about.
came, I go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I think I can hear you. You want to let people know where you're from, and would like to. I know you're talking about reincarnation, about Mars, and I was talking about Stephen Greer when I got on
Oh yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah. So basically, yeah, I grew up Christian. Basically, I was born in 1986, and in my past life reading, it said that I was a star seed, basically here to help the Earth graduate into 40 in this incarnation, and 604 million years ago, my home planet was Mars. Basically, I had a lot of past lives, but I'm just going back to the farthest one, which was the home planet being Mars. And you kept saying
Right.
Mars was something about Mars. So I was like, hmm.
Yeah.
And then my other question is the reincarnation thing. Like, um, I just feel like the soul never changes, right? You just go into a different, you know, body, right?
Yeah. So when you call Sol, I would agree. So when you call Sol, we come from other planets, so we're basically star seeded here as human beings. Like I had a mother and father. I'm sure grandparents, cousins, relatives. We all do, right? So you came here, but you remember that you also came from Mars, which is pretty cool.
Well, I don't remember. I just know that that's what the past life reading said, and then
But
so
but after
I
the
just
reading,
thought that was
what do you feel like beyond the reading? Like if you meditate, do you feel your connection to Mars yourself?
um. Well, I'm just getting into meditation. So,
Oh,
like I said, I
okay,
grew up
okay.
Christian. I grew up Christian, so I'm still deprogramming. So
Oh,
yeah, I'm
good.
just still
Okay,
I'm
that's
still
cool.
learning as
Yeah,
yeah.
that's very cool. But go ahead. Yeah, because I
But
was going to say you probably, as you meditate and you're just starting out, it's good you're telling me this. You're going to find out a lot about the planet Mars in your meditations. So that's a beautiful thing, you know.
okay,
Yeah.
all right, that's good. So basically, I actually did a YouTube video on this, but it don't got that many views about reincarnation, and basically people nation is what LGBT people are. Like they just went into the wrong body. Like I was explaining to one guy, super straight guy, and I was like, basically, friend, so if you, God forbid, die today, right, and you just get born into a female body, you're still going to like the same things. Like your soul is not going to change, friend. You're just going to be the L in the LGBT for that particular lifetime. Like your soul ain't going to change. You're still going to like the same things. You're just going to go into the wrong body. And I also learned that that could possibly be for clearing up karmic debt from a past life. You might be clearing
Hmm.
up karmic debt from a past life. And then I saw something about where the people that get reincarnated with cerebral palsy and, those diseases like that where you can't, do too much stuff. And they clearing up, basically, they clearing up past karmic debt from a past life that they. How
Hmm.
you feel about that?
I look at it. There are things where people have karmic debt. If people who do things that are negative, well, let's say when the Earth ascends, and not a sense that we're leaving the planet, but when we do have contact and we do ascend into that state of understanding, there are people that will have to basically finish out their karmic debt on another planet, similar to Earth in a parallel dimension or a parallel universe. I've talked about this for many years in my workshops and even on my
Right.
radio show. So
Or
there is that, like if we have a group of people that are going out
you can
ready to
clear
hit
so
people,
much.
hit people over the head, right? And they want to keep hitting people over the head when the planet ascends into a peaceful state of consciousness. Those people are going to be put to a parallel Earth where they're going to have to learn to live in peace before they can be joining all the people that have accelerated into a state of consciousness of Christ consciousness, which is living in a peaceful state.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that's
No, I
basically
think
my
your journey is good. You're beginning your journey. I think it's a beautiful thing. I think old people, no matter what their lifestyles are, whoever they are, I've met many people of different lifestyles that remember the coming from other planets. And the beautiful part is that we're all one, united as one human race that is here to learn, to ascend, to elevate. And there are people that want to go the opposite way. That's their choice, but the whole thing is to elevate people, educate people, motivate people in love and light. And even on this show, the purpose is to bust the matrix. So if people have a certain belief system that is against the liberation of the planet, I'm going to bust their matrix. You'll see me in action do that on this show.
yeah. Yeah, so so I learned that most of my incarnations I was a woman. So I was like, well, So basically
Yep,
I'm just to a man
you're
body. That's
okay,
that's
and you know,
that's
and
what I
that's
got.
okay. And whatever it is that you are, you're accepted. No, for whoever you are, you're accepted. And the fact is, you're going to learn there's many aspects to you beyond just that. Just the fact about Mars, as you learn about through meditation, I suggest that you meditate. You call out to your star family. Say, I'm a Christed being of light. I wish to know. I wish to connect with my star family. I've done this with other people here. Focus on that as you learn to meditate. Just that meditation. Your meditation can be elevated into that cosmic Christ consciousness, and I think you'll have some beautiful memories that will come back to you as you get into this. I know you're just starting out, so there's no rush. Take your time with it, and you'll come back with some beautiful things as you wake up into a more cosmic state.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the way
Yeah,
it
that's
is.
all.
So, does that make sense to you? Or
Yeah, that's basically all I wanted to talk about was just
all right,
that stuff and yeah, Mars, like the Mars being my home planet, I was like, well, and I kept hearing you saying you from Mars. I was like, well, he probably could tell me a thing or two about Mars that I need to
oh yeah,
know.
you came to the right person for Mars. I'm the Martian right on Earth. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, friend. I'm gonna let some other people come up if they want to come up.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming out and sharing yourself and being bold enough to say who you are. And that's the beauty of this show. We accept everybody for who they are. And I appreciate it.
Thank you. All right.
All right, man. You take care.
You too. Bye bye.
All right. See, that's a good interview. That's the kind of thing we do here. We appreciate your sharing. And I don't care what your lifestyle is on Earth. If you are remembering your cosmic self, that's the most beautiful thing you can be. Hanging light. Thank you, Jay Niner. Thank you for the hanging light. No, I'd be a hypocrite if I came on Earth and said, "Oh, you're this lifestyle, you're that lifestyle, so therefore you cannot be," or whatever. We don't judge people who they are. We love everybody, right? Isn't that what we're supposed to do? We're supposed to love everybody on the planet. And if they remember they're from another place and time beyond Earth, we love them. You know, and that's what we're here to do. But when the commander has someone like the first guest, watch out because the commander's gonna bop them over the head so hard they're not gonna know what hit them. Stella Bell, I might have. I'm gonna have to check. I've been on so many messages and emails. I'm going nuts with all the messages. I'm trying to catch up. I get so many per day. I've been trying to multitask, but we'll check it out, Stella Bella, for sure. May I ask a question about meditation? Oh, Diane, absolutely, Diane. We know who you are. Diane, we're going to bring you up so you can ask me a question about meditation. Diane, actually press the multi-guest button, and I'll bring you up, and you can ask me live your question. I see UFOs at night almost every night lately. Mark Kennett. Mark Kennett. Let's see. I hope Mark has a lot of followers. Mark, we're going to follow you. Mark, would you like to? He's in Melbourne, Australia. We're going to bring Mark up after we bring Diane up first. Then we're going to bring Mark up in Melbourne, Australia. I want to hear your story, Mark. Diane, we're going to bring you up, a friend of the show. She's been on before. Hey, welcome back,
Hi,
Diane.
hi, Commander. I
How you doing?
well, I'm doing good. I wanted to ask a question. I've been meditating quite a bit lately, and during several of them, I'm on a ship of some kind. I thought it was in the ocean,
Hmm.
but
This,
they keep saying to me something about nuclear.
wait a minute.
And
So what year when did this start happening?
about a week ago,
Okay. So are you sleeping and going out of body into that state, or are you awake?
I've been awake, but then several times I've gone to sleep too.
Let's talk about when you've been awake. So when you've been awake, you've actually been taken on a spaceship?
I don't know whether it was a spaceship. I thought it was a ship in the ocean,
Right, a spaceship in the ocean.
but I didn't place it as a spaceship.
Okay, what when you say ship, what do you mean?
Well, it was just a big ship.
Just a regular ship.
That's what it seemed like to me, but I was inside.
You're inside a ship in the ocean. Let me tune in on this for a minute. I'm gonna tune in on this. I'm gonna try to decipher. This gets good. So you physically, let's say in the awakened state, I'm gonna give you information in about a couple of minutes as I'm tuning in. You were put on a ship. Was the ship pretty big? This boat, the
It
ship?
it was huge, yes.
Okay. Let me say something. It's gonna blow people's minds. They wanted you to think you were on a boat, a big boat. You were on a spaceship in the water.
Okay.
Now, when you were inside, what did it look like on the inside of this boat?
Just aluminum.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was the feel I had. It was
Mm-hmm.
comfortable, but it was definitely, I knew I was somewhere different.
Mm-hmm. When you say somewhere different, I'm going to ask you a lot of questions. That's what I do. So, Diane, when you say something different, how did it feel different?
I felt like they wanted me to do something, but I couldn't understand what they wanted me to
Mm-hmm.
do.
And when you say they, can you give us a description of who what they were, what they looked like?
There was a man and a woman.
Mm-hmm.
They were standing behind me, but they looked to me to be human.
Mm-hmm. And what kind of clothing were they wearing?
Just regular clothing. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't tune into it a whole lot.
Right. And before you were taken on the boat, where were you originally before you got onto that boat?
At home?
At home, on
Uh-huh.
land.
Yes.
So when you were awake on land, and tell people where you are, what state you're
Texas.
in Texas on land,
Right.
and how far are you near the water? You're not near water where you are, correct?
Not anymore.
No, you're not. I know that.
No.
So while you were awake, how many minutes was it before you were on a boat on the water?
Oh, it was instantly.
Instantly. Okay, let me. I already know some things now to tell you.
Oh, good.
This, yeah. So for people watching this show, I'll listen. I ask questions. I hear exactly every word the person says. So I'm going to tell you something about where you were. Give me a moment. What you thought was a big boat, and the two humans that were wearing regular clothing, they were actually space people. The boat you were on actually wasn't a boat at all, but it was definitely a spaceship over water. I don't know what part of the earth it was over, but this ship was a spaceship looking to you as the image of a boat. As I'm saying this to you, does that make any sense to you? Do you feel what I'm trying to tell you?
I understand, yes, because I actually thought that during the thing
Mm-hmm.
because of your show.
Mm-hmm.
But at the very end of the first time that I had this experience,
Mm-hmm.
one of them said to me, run. And I started running,
Hmm.
and
Were
then
they
I was
saying were they saying run when you were on the boat or when you were on the land?
when I was on the boat.
On the boat.
Yeah,
And so what did you do when they told you to run?
I started running.
And where did you run to?
I ran to the end of the boat.
And at the end of the boat, this huge boat, what happened at the end of the boat?
There was water, and I jumped.
And when you jumped into the water, this is interesting. What happened?
It was just a very short while till another boat picked me up.
Ah, so you were on this big boat, and then you were on another boat.
Yes. And then
So,
I came
go
back.
ahead. You came back.
Yeah,
So the big boat was a huge ship on water. The other boat was a smaller ship. There was
right.
the big ship. The other ship, you didn't really fall into anything. You were actually transported from a bigger ship to a littler ship. To put
Okay.
things in perspective, I already
Uh,
know this. I'm giving you information right now. Yep,
but they
two
kept
ships.
saying about nuclear.
When they were saying about nuclear, what did they say? Do you remember?
I can't remember exactly, but it was they just kept warning me about
Mm.
something nuclear.
Hmm. So they didn't give you any description or any information as to why these two humans were talking to you about nuclear. They didn't tell you anything or say anything.
Not that I processed.
Hmm. When you meditate tonight, I want you to focus on trying to remember what they said, because there's going to be memory. It's in just the back of your consciousness right now, but there
Right.
is memory, and I think it's something important for you to hear from them. But I do know that one was a mothership, and you say you were over water. The other one was a smaller ship. I'm getting both of these ships could have been over water, on water. It's very interesting that you're sharing this story. I think it's a fascinating story. I can only I'm tuning into it much as I can, but I can only give you what I understand right now.
Okay.
But one was a mothership. It wasn't a actual like a cruising ship on a water with like a Norwegian cruise or something. They made
Right.
it look like it was a regular boat. For whatever reason, they did that. They did, but it was actually a big spaceship, and the other one was a smaller. It was still big, but it was a smaller spaceship, and then you were back to your location.
Right. But they
Interesting.
weren't negative, were they?
No, they weren't negative. They didn't do anything to you, did they?
No.
No, they weren't negative at all. They were trying to give you information subtly. So they made you feel comfortable like you're on a ship.
Right.
Yeah, they
Well,
didn't do any they didn't abduct you, they didn't do anything to you.
no.
No, that's
I
just more negative.
I knew they were trying to tell me something, and I was trying really hard to remember.
Hmm. Hmm.
But
Well, don't try too hard to remember and then you'll remember. It's when we try really hard to remember something like this, then our mind gets in the way and it says, okay, wait a minute, I got to think about this. The mind will interfere with that. Yeah, half pint's right. Mary and Ray are right. They're over in the Appalachians. They don't want to scare you. I mean, if they don't want to be so direct and abrupt that it just totally shatters your understanding of things. So having the boat was a way of being gradually opening up and saying, yeah, here we are. But if you only knew where you were, you see, I think
okay.
this only started how many days ago?
It less than a week.
Less than a week.
Right.
Ah, you're going to be in for some beautiful things. I got to tell you that keep focusing on the man and the woman, the two humans. They're actually
Okay.
space people. I don't know where they're from, but actually they're making contact with you now. Um, and just say to yourself, I'm a Christed being of light. I want to thank you for gradually showing me who you were. And I know I was on your spaceship and that I'm ready to make more communications with you. Can you do that?
Oh, yeah.
I know you
Yeah.
can. I
Because
know you
I've been
can.
trying during meditation.
Hmm.
I've been working towards that.
Mm-hmm.
And I protect myself constantly.
Yes, that's good. I know you do. So, did this all start when you were meditating?
Yes,
That's because that's the way you're communicating with star people is through meditation. You're doing exactly everything right. You're protecting yourself. You're centered. You're focused. Um, ask tonight when you go before you go to sleep, and I would say this again. Say that I enjoyed visiting with you. I'm ready to learn more from you. I'm ready to be in communications with you, and I definitely believe, without a question, you, Diane, are going to have more contacts with them, with these space people.
right.
I'm,
Well, I'm
I'm certain.
ready.
Yeah,
I'm
you're ready,
ready.
right?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely. I know you're ready. I can
I,
feel it. Your energy is right there.
I feel like they were trying whenever I lived down in LaPorte, close to the
Hmm.
ocean, I
Hmm.
feel like they were trying then to contact me.
Yeah,
But
you weren't ready. You weren't ready yet. You weren't really tuned in and listening. You knew there was something going on, but now you really know.
right, right.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. Well, that answers a lot of questions for me.
I knew I had to bring you up here to answer those questions. I said, wait a minute, there's something about this I need to know. You know,
Right.
and I think, Etheric, thank you for the lightning bolt. I think you're going to have a lot of beautiful experiences with them. I'm getting, this is interesting. I'm getting they come from, they're from off planet, but the two beings, the people that you met on this boat, they have a base within the oceans on our planet, but they're from off planet, but they also have a base. Their star people have a base in the ocean somewhere.
Uh-huh.
They have a base here, but they also come from a planet beyond Earth, so to speak.
Right.
You know, yeah, you're gonna have some beautiful experiences. I can feel it. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'm ready to.
I know
Absolutely.
you. Hey, I'm glad you came up here.
Well, thank you very much. And I appreciate all of you, and I appreciate what you do.
Oh, thank you. I couldn't do it without you being here. Without if no one was here, I couldn't do it. So thank you.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, everyone say hello to Diane, and we want to appreciate very much Diane's story, which is amazing. This is what the commander does. If you're new to my show, I read energies. Now, I'm going to get to Mark. I promised Mark I would get him on here. Where's Mark? Mark in Australia. Mark in Australia. Let's see if Mark is here. Where's Mark? Let's see. Mark is somewhere in here, my listing of people. We will find Mark. And he's in Australia. Mark in Australia. He sees them every night. And we'll find Mark going backwards. Here it is, Mark Kennett. Mark Kennett. Mark, we're bringing you up here on Encounters. You're now invited to just press the button and join us. Mark in Australia, Melbourne, Australia. Are you with us? We hope he's with us. I see UFOs at night almost every night lately. I'd like to hear your story. And don't be afraid to come on here because that's what we do. We randomly pick people and we interview people here. I'm CmdrAleon, your host of Encounters, the spiritual UFO talk show on TikTok, the most popular UFO talk show in social media. And I'm also a contactee from the 60s. I had direct contact with men, women who were wearing light blue spacesuits back in the late 60s when I was a kid. I've seen tons of spaceships. I call them spaceships since the 60s. And also, I do workshops where I take people off planet. I think Mark is not here anymore. Okay, so Paranormal Ghostbusters says they have information. Hey, Deborah, good to see you. I'm bummed out about Mark not being. Mark, you here with us still? Hopefully he comes back. And Paranormal, what did you want to share with us? Can you tell me? We're looking at all the comments here. We have our apple cider going here. Got to go, love and light. Hey, Mary Ann, good to see you. Many blessings to you. Have a great evening. Thanks for stopping in. So until we find out, let's see. I took a photo last night, and I think I seen a spaceship in the sky. Okay. If you took the photo, you should send me a copy of that photo or message me the photo so I can take a look at it. There's sometimes how to message Mark for all our relatives. Does someone? Okay, I'm not sure what you're saying about messaging Mark. Let's see here. Scooby Doo. Hey, good to have you with us. Welcome everybody to the show. It's about 12:03. Can't believe it's 12:03 in the morning already. Well, we started about 15 minutes late. And good evening, everybody who's out there. Hope everyone's having a great night out there around the world, wherever you are. Good evening. Welcome. So as I was saying earlier about Mars, Dr. Greer had talked about, it's been a long day, Lacey, absolutely correct. Georgia Peach, welcome. We're doing good. Dr. Greer was talking about the structures on Mars that are there. And the fact of the matter is, I've always talked about Mars being an inhabited planet by people that live there. And the truth is that NASA doesn't want you to know the truth, or anybody in the upper levels of knowledge in our space programs. They don't want you to know the truth about Mars. Phil Cap, good to see you. But we'll tell you about Mars and the truth about Mars here, because it does have intelligent life. Teach your brain still out of working like a computer after your encounters. Hey, CC, good to see you. Karen, welcome to our show, Karen. You're watching Encounters. I should invite some people. Did James get the photo of April's mom enhanced? No, we were able to do that here. I've been able to do that on my own level here. Let's see here. But I think it's really, I'm just going to invite a few people here that are probably not online right now. But we are going to invite a bunch of folks. I go invite crazy here. And so we'll just do this here. I just invited another 15 people. And again, if you have a story to tell related to encounters with space people, if April is on live. Well, April's on live right now. Okay. In terms of space people, in terms of ETs, the space people, the ETs, anything to do with Bigfoot or crop circles, all those things. I saw 26 UFOs the other night in less than 10 minutes in Chicago. Not my first experience. Free Mind. So everybody follow Free Mind. Free Mind has 177 followers. So Free Mind has 177 followers. We want to get them up to 200 for audio. So if everybody will follow Free Mind, that would be good. Motherships can go underwater, actually. Yes. Like Diane was talking, I think she had an experience on a mothership that goes into our oceans when she was on just before talking about this. Excuse me. So yes, absolutely, without a question, I think that's happening. They also come out of the oceans, the deep oceans of our planet, and they go into space. So there are, I've always stated, hey, Alicia, good to see you. There are definitely space bases that I believe have been here for probably millions of years. And that's a long time. So everybody follow Free Mind. Free Mind needs to get up to 200, and we'll bring them on here. I'm going to pin them. I'm pinning them. So now there you can see Free Mind. Everyone tap on the free mind and follow them. We're going to get their story. I saw 26 UFOs the other night in less than 10 minutes. That's crazy. I'm in Chicago, not my first time. And we'd love to hear that story. And that's happening just a few nights ago. And evidently, they've had sightings before that. Let's see here. They have 190 followers. They're getting close. They need 10 more followers, 10 more for Free Mind, and we'll get them on the air live. This is Encounters. This is what we do here. We bring people, if they're close to 200 for audio, we bring them on here on live for the first time. If they're close to 800, we'll get them on live on audio and video, because that's what we do here. And being taught things by some beings. Interesting. Dirk Patton, I think it is. They're at 197. They're really close. Let's make this happen, folks. I think we're very close to getting Free Mind on the program. And we go back to the Free Mind's profile here. Okay. Charlotte, are my comments showing up at y'all? Hey, Charlotte, we can see you now. Let's see if Free Mind is. Let's see where Free Mind is right now. I think we're pretty close. All right. Free Mind, we're going to bring you up. Thank you, everybody, for making that happen. He has 202. He has 202 followers. Free Mind, just press the accept button and you'll be able to come up here on audio about the UFOs you saw the other night in less than 10 minutes. We got you at over 200. So we're going to bring you on here. So let me see if I can get Free Mind on here. So Free Mind, feel free to join us. The host would love to talk to you. You just have to, if you're not used to going on live for the first time, you'll be able to press the accept button, go to the multi-guest button, press that, and I will put you on the air on the show. Okay, I guess I'm not sure if Free Mind is there, if they're just like shy or what's going on here. But we got you up there over 200. When you're ready to come on here live, we'd love to have you. Oh, there they are. I think they're coming on. Hey, good evening, Free Mind 247.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Welcome to the show. We got you over 200, so welcome to our show Encounters.
Yeah, I appreciate that from everybody too, because I've been trying to come live for a long time already.
Yeah, we make it happen on this show for people that are new. So tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're in the Chicago area, and tell us about the sightings that you had a couple nights ago.
Yeah, well, me and my brother, we were just grilling out, and just randomly we just started talking about UFOs, and not even within 2 minutes of the conversation, we end up encountering one, and it just took us by surprise, and not even about another minute passed by, and then one came right after it, like going in the same pattern, and just by every minute, just 2, 3, they just kept following back and forth until we started seeing them come in pairs from different directions.
Wow. And what time of the night was this? Was it daytime or nighttime?
Oh, this was nighttime.
And what time was it at night where you are?
I would say it was about 8 o'clock. Well, right now it's 11, but when we encountered them, it was about 8 o'clock. And the crazy thing about it, after like the last one, we just kept counting them, and by the time we got to 25, we were about to call it a night, and we said, man, it'd be really cool to see one last one before we go in. And sure enough, we turned around, and this was the biggest and the brightest one that we saw. And it's
Really?
like if it knew that we were talking about them, and knew that we were watching. And
yes.
Yeah, it just popped
Interesting.
up, and it wasn't going as fast as the other ones, but this one just slowed down as if it was like, hey, look, I'm right here, and um, it just knew it. We just felt like it just knew.
Well, you're right about that. You know why that you know why they're able to do that? Do you have any idea?
No,
Okay, so it's this the spaceship, or what you call UFOs. That was a fleet of spaceships, and the other one you said was a little bit bigger and brighter. Though there are space people on those ships. So what you're doing is you are naturally, as a person, communicating telepathically. They're communicating to you, mind-to-mind communications. They're saying to you, "We see you, we know you're there." So for that kind of experience, that's pretty extraordinary because most people, if they have an experience like that, they're wondering, you want to see another one. So you're saying in your consciousness, "I'd like to see another spaceship." So what
mm,
happens? You see another one, right? It just
yeah,
minutes
don't.
after you said that, like a nanosecond.
No, for sure. Yeah, and like I said, it wasn't my first experience because there's been times where, like I said from the beginning, we would have a conversation, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like if they would just pop up like right after the conversation, and
Mm-hmm.
what was funny about it too is the last one that we saw, I was about to grab my phone to try to take a picture of it, and we saw it just dim away as if like I don't know if it was just like if they didn't want us to take a picture of it, or it was just
Mm-hmm.
more just for us to just experience it. And I don't know. That's the way I
Mm-hmm.
took it as, like it didn't want me to take a picture of it, and I was okay with it, because I've gotten
Yeah.
pictures of them before, and I just felt like, all right, like this one, they just didn't want any picture.
Yeah. So you've had previous experiences with this was the first time that you actually had what I would call telepathy, telepathic communications, where they were responding to your thoughts in order to see that last one. So how long have you been seeing? You say this is you had some previous experiences, correct?
Yeah, I was man. I'm
Hmm.
29 now. I've been having experiences since I was about like 17, 18.
Okay. And are these experiences similar to what you were seeing a few nights ago?
Yeah, somewhere
Yeah.
a little more I would say profound.
Can
Um,
you tell us about what you mean by profound? The ones that were profound.
okay, all
Tell
right.
our
For
audience
instance,
or share with our audience.
I was in Mexico, and we were on the top of a roof from my cousin's house, and we have this mountain that's about like 5 minutes away from his house, and this mountain, it's like in the shape of a pyramid, and
Mm-hmm.
we were able to see the mountain from the top of his house.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we were talking about UFOs and just that phenomena, and sure enough, we start seeing these orbs coming out of the mountain. And from from the first time, I actually thought that they were lanterns, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm from the city, so we kind of see, like, people throwing up
Right.
lanterns in the night
Yeah.
sky here and then. And sure enough, I started seeing that this orb, it just started like growing and growing, and oh, that wait, this orb is it's too big, to be a lantern, because it was like getting as close as I would say, I don't want to exaggerate and say about like a quarter size of the mountain, but it was huge. And
Yeah.
the first one was white.
Like almost like a mothership almost.
Yeah, the first one was white, and then another one came out, and that one was red, and then another one came out, and that one was yellow. And yeah, they just kept coming out of the mountain. And it was close, like really close to us. Like I said, this mountain's only like 5 minutes away, and
Oh
the
wow.
orbs, they were huge. You know,
And where was the sighting again that you're talking about? Where was that?
this was in Mexico. It was in Michoacan.
Mexico. Oh, okay. Where the pyramids are. Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, absolutely. So you've
yeah.
had those are profound experiences. So as I'm listening to your story, I get the feeling that you have a connection since you were 17, or they connected, or they found you, that there are star people connecting with you wherever you go. Like if you're in Michu Picchu in Mexico, or whether you're in outside of Chicago, they know where you are, correct?
Oh, for real.
Yeah, they do. You already know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, have you tried to mentally communicate with them and ask them where they're from?
No, I haven't actually.
Hmm. Hmm. So, would you be interested in finding out where they're from?
Yeah, that I think
I
I
know you
would
don't have any. I don't think you have any fear. If there was any fear, I'd hear it in your voice. You are very curious as to know who they are.
for
Am I
sure.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I knew that. So here's what you want to do. You want to meditate, and it seems cliche when I say this, is you want to meditate and say, I am a Christed being of light. That's why I say it's cliche because I use that all the time. But it really is a powerful thing to do this. And say, I have been in contact with you, or you've been contacting me since I was 17. You came and showed me your your ships in Machu Picchu. You've shown me yourself in where I am here in the U.S. You are letting me know you're here. I'd like to understand where you're from, who you are. And you can do that in meditation. So as you meditate, you can ask them where they're from,
Hmm.
and they will eventually respond. Have you had any visitations at all since 17?
Not that I remember, not that I
Okay,
recall.
and that's okay. I'd rather hear that answer than like maybe. So when you do the meditation, say that I'm not afraid to communicate with you. I would like to know more about you, where you're from, what star system you're from. Are you from, where are you from? I'd like to know because I've been in touch. You've been in touch with me, showing me your ships since I was 17 years old. Now I want to know a little bit more about you. So I think, do you do any meditation at all?
Um, every once in a while, whenever I can.
Okay. So when you can, I know we all have busy human lives here, but when you can, actually allow yourself to meditate and get a quiet space. You can either quietly meditate or use higher dimensional ambient music, space music. Find something that is the right frequency of sound for you. And when you do that, say, I am now going to go into a state of consciousness in my meditation. I'd like to make contact with the space people. If you do see the ships again, and I know you will, let the beings on the ship know that you're ready to have some sort of contact, that you know that they've been watching over you since you were 17 years old. Now you're ready for some kind of a beautiful contact with them. And I know you're not afraid, so I don't get anything negative from your experiences. So are you willing to make the commitment to do that?
Yeah, I actually am. To tell you the truth, I actually bought one of those powerful lasers to that ones the ones that reach up to like 10,000 feet in the sky,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
so
yeah.
just so I can you know make some type of contact because it's been a while. I've seen in Stephen Greer's when his
Oh, the
that
C5 app?
yeah, that one, and how he had his laser and he was pointing them towards the sky, and I was like, man, I gotta give me one of those because there's been so many times we've run into them, and
Mm-hmm.
within those times we could have been making some type of contact.
Mm. No, I think your story, most of my viewers who are watching this, is a beautiful story. I think initially how contact happens for people, it's always different for every guest I've ever had. And just in my life experience here on Earth, every experience is interesting, whether it be the visual experience to start, and when you have continual contact with those types of ships in different levels, wherever you go around the planet, like Machu Picchu in Mexico or where you are in the United States. The fact is, they've been watching you for a long time, probably even before you were 17 years old. I get they were probably watching you when you were a kid, but you weren't aware of it.
Hmm,
Hmm. Yeah,
that's
so
interesting.
beautiful. Yeah, no, definitely true. I can speak from that level because when I was a kid, I had my first encounter in the 1960s with a spaceship in the cul-de-sac in Long Island when I was a kid. I'm in New England now, but when I was a kid, I went upstairs to my brother's room for no reason after dinner, and there was a spaceship hovering above the cul-de-sac in suburban neighborhood at night, and it was the most weirdest thing. And I opened the shades up, and there were these space people looking at me through windows on the ship. It was a flying saucer type craft with windows, and they were just beautiful people that radiated so much love. that I never forgot it. It was the most beautiful experience I've ever had. So I think that you will be in for some beautiful things as you meditate and go within. I think you're going to find yourself having some beautiful experiences, and when you do have those experiences, I'd love to hear more about what happens when you get to that point of contact. So you're having the visual contact, but now you can have the physical contact in a slow period. You take it slowly, and they're going to be probably cautious with you. They don't want to scare you either. But when you do have that contact experience, I think it will be a most beautiful experience for you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Mom, I'm most likely gonna meditate on that tonight, if anything.
Yeah. Well, Free Mind, thank you for coming up here, man. I'm so glad we got you over 200. And
Yeah, I appreciate that.
oh yeah, we appreciate you, man. It's just what we like to do here is help people get to come on here when they're that close, and we appreciate your story. Everybody, give a nice hand of applause for Free Mind. And what's your first name?
My name, Kevin.
Kevin. Nice to talk to you, Kevin. All right, I'm glad that you and your brother are having these experiences, and I'm going to be interested in the future when you come back to tell us of possible encounters with the Star People.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for having me
What is
on,
that
and
noise? What
I
was that
appreciate
kind of?
everybody.
What was that noise interfering with your phone? Do you know? Did you hear that?
Oh, yeah, that's I believe that's a message.
Oh, messaging on your phone. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Well, thanks for coming on here, and keep on following us. We're following you now, and you're in good shape.
for sure. Have a good night.
All right, everybody. That was Kevin. We thank him for being on here. Another great interview. Always, this is what we do, and we have to thank our viewers for getting him up to 200. I really want whoever the folks were that helped them. You folks are amazing in my audience. You guys and gals are great. So I think there's some other things going on here. Now I'm focusing on Lux Angel. Please help. Lux Angel, can you tell me what's going on? And we'll help you out. Let's see. Lux Angel. Let me go to Lux Angel. I briefly. Okay, so we're going to find out. Okay, so Lux Angel's French. We're going to try to help and find out what's going on with Lux Angel. Lux Angel, if you see me sending you a request to come up live, I source part of your comments. Sometimes I'm not focused on the comments when I'm interviewing. Lux Angel will try to help you. All you have to do is press the multi-guest button. There's a little button, a multi-guest button with two little people. If you press that, we can get you up here. You have almost 500 followers, so we can get you up here. Oh, no, Nessa, you didn't miss anything. That'll be all my stuff going on tonight will be on my YouTube channel. I have Scooby-Doo. Let's see. Lux Angel. Oh, who's the person that needs help? I want to make sure I'm bringing up the right person. Who's the one who needs help? Open the line, Lux. Yeah, Lux, we'll help you out. I think everyone's talking about Lux Angel. Okay, so is it related to negative ET stuff going on? Lux Angel, can you tell me what's going on? What is that we can help you with? And I'll bring you up here. We don't deal with the paranormal, but we can certainly help you if it's ET related. Come, let us speak to you. Same thing. And we'll try to help people here. Let's see. Lux Angel, protection from who? This is what I want to do. Before I bring the person up, I want to know what we're protecting them from. You're watching Encounters for those just coming in. This is the #1 spiritual UFO talk show. I'm your host, CmdrAleon. Oh, no, we don't deal with the ghosts. That's the only thing I don't deal with. I don't deal with the paranormal, unfortunately. I would just say this. Just say you're a Christed being of light and stand your ground as a cosmic being of light and say, invoke the Christ consciousness in you. And you just have to say anything that's not of the Christ consciousness needs to leave your location. So I don't deal with anything with ghosts or paranormal. I'm sorry for those people that want me to help them that way. And it's not that I don't want to help you, but I stay away from the paranormal. So, yeah, if it's ghost, I don't deal with that. She did not say ghost. Okay. Family or being? I'm trying to get an understanding. I can't go corner. I have to stay silent in my apartment. He is near my place. Who is he? Who's near your place? See, I have to know. That's why I ask questions before I bring people on here. I want to help people. It's her family. Ex of my daughter. Okay, so I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to help you with that. That's an earth-based problem. It's a family situation. Yeah. The only thing I can tell you is you might have to, if you're in Quebec, you might have to call the authorities because that's something that I would call the police. Yeah, you have to call the police on that. That's something no matter what light and love power I might have here, yeah, definitely that's earth based, and you probably want to call the police. I would call the police. It's a civil matter. Yep, absolutely. That's the best advice all of my viewers can give you. Second kind is you. Christopher says the fourth kind I am. Second kind is you. Understand me. Let's see. Lux Angel 888 him. Who's him? Yeah, call authorities. Lux Angel. You need to, if you're on a cell phone, get off the thing and call the authorities. All right. And there's, as host of the show, the only thing I can do is tell you to do that. Yeah. So with civil matters, I can't get involved in that. And I'm sorry that I can't, but I can't. It's just, you need to call the authorities, I think. There's a lot of things on the cosmic level the commander can do. When it comes to civil matters like this, I have to stay out of it. It's not something I can do. Yeah, but I mean, you're welcome to be here. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll try to stay focused here. We're going to pray and hope that you can somehow get in touch with the authorities in Quebec. And you're welcome to stay here and watch the show. I just want you to be safe, take care of yourself. That's a matter beyond anything I can really do anything about. Yeah, absolutely. Commander doesn't help with domestic. Yeah, that's true. I don't. Domestic disputes is not my thing. You know, that's just something I don't deal with. But we send you a lot of love. So, folks who are just coming in here, Space Time Opera, that's a good name. This is Encounters, the spiritual UFO talk show. I'm CmdrAleon. Welcome to the show. And if you have had any visitations, recording UFO sightings where you are around the world, Bigfoot, anything to do with crop circles, mer people, anything related to the cosmic and galactic areas, we'd love to have you on our show and interview. You have to have 200 followers to come on the show on audio, and over 800 now only to come on audio and video on Encounters. So yeah, we'd love to have new people on here that want to join us. Big Kev, thanks for ignoring. We didn't even know Big Kev was in here. That's interesting about TikTok. Sometimes, and people make sentences, we can see them. So Big Kev, that said, etheric, thank you for that. No one is being ignored. We just saw you say thanks for ignoring. I didn't even see you until just now. So I don't know if TikTok's filtering people or whatever. So Big Kev, what did you say before the comment, thanks for ignoring. Because I've seen almost every comment going on my screen here. And we are looking. Who controls the big invisible ships? The ones that are cloaked, many of those ships, a good portion of them are Star Family people that I've seen UFO face pictures, Starseed. Starseed, when you say you have seen UFO's face pictures, can you explain? A Weed Wolf, who controls the big invisible ships, we call those cloaked spaceships. Many of it is, part of it is Star People. The Star People, other parts of it could be other types of intelligence. Ignoring is not a thing. Wake up. Some comments or don't register, so they're not ignoring. Absolutely. Why do they fly slow? Weed Wolf. So when you say fly slow, have you seen UFOs or spaceships yourself, Weed Wolf? They appeared in my house. Interesting. So when you say they appeared in your house, that's a different thing. Well, 3 times. I just had 3. Big Kev, I had 3 missed. So Kev, are you saying you had missing time? Big Kev, did you have this? I'm multitasking between 3 different people here. Messages. Yes, we are friends. I keep sending. I'm reading comments here. So I think the first person I want to hear from is Starseed. And I'm listening. So when I do an interview, if I'm not looking at your comments, understand I'm looking at the screen. Aliens are real. Welcome to the show. So let's see. I want to see what this is all about with Starseed. Starseed needs to get 200 followers. They have 182. So I just followed you. You now have 183. So everybody follow Starseed. Let's get Starseed. I'm going to pin them up here. Starseed is the one you need to follow now. They have 182, 183. Starseed, if you're willing to come up, when I get you up to 200, I'm going to invite you to talk about this because I have no idea. From a sense, it's really hard to tell. So Starseed in a couple of minutes is going to be our next guest. You're welcome, Starseed. We'll get them up here. You had Kevin on just before, who had under 200, and we got him on here in a few minutes. Hey, Kevin, it's a pleasure. I can't wait to hear your future experiences about contact with the space people, and you're most welcome for being here. So Starseed has got 200 now. Here we go. Starseed, you're going to be my first guest, not my first guest, but this is your first time on TikTok. You're going on live on the best show on earth.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, Starseed, we're doing well, and welcome to Encounters.
Thank you so much. So I meditate all the time with the UFOs, and one time I asked them to appear in my face because in front of me because I want to see who I'm talking to all these years. And one time I was in my bedroom upstairs, and they told me, like, they talked to me telepathically, and they said, just go downstairs and get up from your bed and go downstairs. So I went downstairs, and they keep telling me, go straight, move. So I went all the way, and they said, go to the kitchen. So I went to the kitchen, and I saw their face like appeared big on my kitchen cabinet. And
so whereabouts, by the way, Starseed, just before we proceed more, can you tell us where you are, where you're located?
I'm in Las Vegas.
Oh, Las Vegas. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're seeing the spaceships, and then you're seeing the space beings, correct?
No. But what happened 10 years ago, I went to one of the workshops in Sedona, and and they make us in contact with the UFO, with the ETs, and they raised my kundalini there on the spot. And since then, whenever I meditate, they appear and we keep talking, and they raise my energy and like get me enlightened. And since then we are friends, and 2 times they appeared in my kitchen. I asked to see them, and they say, okay, now I have the pictures. If you want, I'll send it to you, but I'll just ask their permission if they allow me to do that.
Yeah, so can you tell me what they look like? I think our audience would love to know what they look like.
They have big eyes and very, very small nose. And let me look.
Yeah. You tried to, Joe, you tried to send me 20 messages. They all failed. Huh. That's really weird. Random Justice, greetings to you. And we're doing one-on-one interviews tonight. So I can, if you haven't been on my show yet, we are going to do more interviews. We're going one-on-one with people so we can get a better understanding of their stories. And not me. Okay. Good to have you with us, brother. Let's see here. And she'll be back on. Starseeds, I'm not sure what's happening right now, but we're going to find out. If anything weird happens, thank you so much, Etheric. If anything weird happens on this show, you know it. I'm going to set up the goal here. Please subscribe to my show, Encounters, myself. I just pinned my goal here. I believe Starseed's going to be back. I've got the hat. Thank you. Thank you, Jackie. I want to complete my goal tonight. Right now we're doing the hat with the mustache goal. So if you love what we've been doing, thank you. Thank you, Diane. We appreciate it. Always a blessing. Thank you. And we're waiting for Starseed to come back. I hope she hasn't been taken off planet on the show.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. You had your microphone muted, so I couldn't hear a thing.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, they have very, very narrow neck. I don't know why this has happened. And they have something on their head. I'm not sure what is that on the top of their head. It's like kind of, I don't know what is it. Like, this is kind of weird. Just the top of the head. And the very big eyes, very small nose. It's very hard to see their mouth.
Now, so when you say something on their head, what does the thing on their head look like?
It's it's a ball or something. Like it's something round on the top of. If I send you the picture, you will know what I'm talking about. It's something.
Does it feel like was it a space helmet or some activated device or something?
No, it's part of their head. Like it's like some like little ball like in front of their head.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see it. So if you have permission to send it to us, I'll take a look at it.
I mean, let me ask them 1 second. 1 second. 1 second.
Wait a minute. So when you say ask them, are they there with you now?
They're always with me. Whenever I just need to take 2 breaths, they're there.
Interesting. So okay, so when you're talking to them, are you telepathically communicating with them?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's all I understand. Okay.
And then they give me their energy, so my body gets warm, hot. And now I'm getting the feeling, so my ears is getting hot. Yes.
Yeah, she can't show the pictures because she's only got over 200. When she gets over 800, then she can come on and show the pictures. But she's going to send me the pictures, so I'll be able to take a look at the pictures. And I will definitely explore that whole thing. I'm going to ask her where they come from, Weed Wolf. Let's see. And just let you know, Starseed, I work with the Ashtar Command, which are humans that are spiritual beings of light that are very high consciousness frequencies. Yeah. And I am from off planet myself. I work with the Ashtar Command directly. So what did they say to you telepathically?
They say no, don't send it yet.
Okay, we honor that if that's their wish.
Why they don't allow me to do that? I'm not sure, but they say no.
Maybe they're not ready to have you do that. For whatever reason, we just go with the flow of it, and that's cool. If that's what they want.
I apologize. I wanted to send it to you. I really like your show, so.
Oh, thank you. We totally appreciate that. And I'm sure that they can hear what I'm saying, that I work with the Ashtar Command. So I work at a level probably way beyond where they are. So when they're ready to let you send the photos, I'll take a look at them.
Yeah, they just keep telling me all the time, don't be scared. We are like, we are not bad people.
So, so when you communicate with them,
Hmm.
when you first started communicating with them, obviously there's a relationship. How did you feel when you first had contact?
The first time ever, they raised my kundalini. So this was the first day, and they kept doing this, and every time I meditate, and our master kept telling us, like, you need to meditate, connect, to be in connection with them every day. So I kept doing this because I'm very into those things.
Yeah.
And every time I do meditation, they open more meridians, more like I get more light enlightened. And it's
Hmm.
been going for years now, and now every time I just need to breathe 2 times deeply,
Hmm.
they're right
Hmm.
there. They answer any question. Not every question. Some of the question they won't answer. Not
Hmm.
everything. But anything that I need to be more enlightened and to have more knowledge, yeah, they do.
Yeah. So they come. Do you feel? And some the one of the questions they get from SML Lake. Did you feel love? Like, do you feel like they're loving? Their
Yeah,
energy is an energy of okay.
yeah, very loving. I feel really peace, and that's why I'm comfortable with them, because I'm very, like, I'm scared a lot if it because I have seen
Scared?
some bad ones, so it scares me to
Yeah.
death.
Okay. So, um, you haven't seen any bad ETs recently, have you?
Recently, no, no.
Okay.
I saw 2 years ago. 2 years ago, there was a like 2 o'clock in the morning when someone wake me up, and I opened my eyes. There was another face right in front of my face, and scares me to death. It was a woman, and that woman was beautiful. She was wearing
Yeah.
white clothes, but still, she scares me a lot. And I start screaming, and I told her to leave. I didn't know what she wants, but she was very strong because my body was shaking from her energy. Like it was fire. It was like
Right.
so
Let me
hot.
ask you a question. Was the woman negative, or did you feel the woman was? Did you have any feeling about her?
Her face was beautiful. She was in white, but I scared. She scares me because I was sleeping, and
Okay.
I thought like there's someone in my house because she was so real, like a woman, like with skin, with face. I see her eyes color, her everything very clear.
Yeah. So, do you think she was a space person?
I don't know. She was wearing white robe, the robes, the one when you take bath, you wear those
Yeah.
robes, and she had
Yeah.
she had a towel on over her head, made like
Hmm.
in a Hindu style, like it was like layers of that towel over her head. So I didn't see her hair.
Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't see her hair.
Yeah.
There was no hair,
Hmm.
but she was beautiful, really beautiful.
Yeah. I don't think she was trying to scare you.
Yeah,
I think you were scared because it was different. I
yeah,
think your mind was scared of her, but
yeah.
I'm not getting this woman was like some negative ET coming in there to do anything. She didn't do anything to you anyway, right?
No,
Correct?
no, she started going back, but she didn't give me her bag. Her face was right in my face and keep going back, and then till she disappeared. And
Hmm.
after I was finished, and I said, "What the heck? How did she wake me up?" Because she didn't touch
Right.
me,
Right.
and no one touched my body. But how did I wake up and how I saw her?
Right.
And then the feeling came back again. Her energy came back without her face,
Right.
and I heard a lot like wind, like the wind in my room. And she
Right.
said, she told me, I woke you with this sound of the wind and with
I
my
walk with you
energy.
with my energy.
Yeah.
So I'm getting, as you tell me that, about this beautiful woman. How tall is she?
Oh, she was probably 5'7", 5'8". She wasn't short. Like, she was not very
Okay.
tall, not very
Right.
short. Yeah. And she was in her 40s, 45, probably.
Hmm.
Do you know who she is?
I can tell you this much. She wasn't there to do anything. She was there to actually communicate with you and help you. She's definitely a multi-dimensional being. So she was able to become physical in your environment, and then she was able to switch out of your environment and become non-physical. Do you understand what I mean? So from a human perspective, human beings, if you take a normal human being, you cannot become non-physical. I mean, you might be able to if you're able to tap into that consciousness. But if you walk down the street and pass someone else and you walk and bump into them, you're going to bump into them because you're a human being and that other human being bumps into you. In her case, she comes beyond the human experience. So what you were experiencing was a beautiful woman that most likely came from the stars, meaning she doesn't come from this realm.
Okay.
And if you ever see her again, actually, she wants to communicate with you again. As I'm listening to your story, this is the most beautiful thing I get when I listen to stories. I get information. She doesn't want you to be afraid of her. She didn't mean to scare you.
I
Your
know
mind got scared.
yeah, I know that because I had to talk to her one time and she said she apologized, she understand, but she didn't want to do that. But I still I've seen a lot, but not so clear, not so like just like a human being. It was like scary when you sleep and someone wake you up, and
Right.
it's
Well,
not very
when you
comfortable.
have multi-dimensional spiritual experiences with space people, they don't operate in the same context of the way humans operate in time. You see,
Yeah, true.
so when you operate, your mental mind says, "Wait a minute, I don't understand this concept of contact. I can't understand this. I'm freaking out right now when I don't need to freak out." Now, it's one thing if some space being came and took you out of your bed and you were on a spaceship and they strapped you down and you were abducted. Not the same thing here. You're having someone who wants to communicate with you. Maybe they don't think about whether or not your mind is thinking, "Oh, I'm scared, I'm freaking out." They're thinking, "Oh, I can just come and say hello to you." And that was her intention. But
Yeah.
that's why she was sorry, because she didn't want to freak you out, yet you got freaked out. So here's one of the teachable lessons that I can tell you. Can you, if you communicate with her again, tell your mind to stop. And when I say that, I do this logically on my show all the time sometimes. I tell people the mind can be your worst enemy when there's positive things happening. So you need to tell your mind, don't freak out over this. If the woman comes back again and she wishes to communicate with me, tell your mind to just go to sleep, stay out of the picture, so that the spiritual you can communicate with her. Because your spiritual you is the part that's in you that has no fear. Your mind always will find a way to kind of come in there, interfere. It'll like ruin the party, so to speak. You know how when you go to a party and everyone's laughing and having a good time, and then someone comes in there and they just start screaming something, and then everybody's distracted, and all of a sudden this great party that where everybody was having a good time now gets distorted and distracted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what your mind's doing. It comes in, it's destroying the party. That's a good party, but it's saying, no, I can't let this happen. It has no reason to stop you from having it. Can you practice on not letting your mind do that to you?
Yeah. I don't know why they come in the night. Like I always see them at night. I really don't know why.
It's just what it is. The space people will come whenever they want to come for whatever reason. Some people have daytime encounters. Some people have nighttime encounters with space people. Yours is at night. No rhyme or reason. It's just the way it is. I would say you can communicate as you're communicating with those two space beings. That woman is waiting for you to recommunicate with her right now. I
Probably,
mean, you
yeah.
can actually, when you get off my live, or tomorrow night, or whatever time you're able to, you can communicate with that woman and ask her her name, ask her where she comes from.
Okay.
Be bold enough to ask those questions. Tell her that I'm not afraid. My mind was working on fear. I'm not afraid. I'd like to understand who you are, where you come from. If you can ask her those two things,
Okay.
it might not happen right away, but I believe you will get a conscious telepathic communicated answer. And she will come back knowing that you're not afraid. Weed, you're right. And keep a journal. Keep a journal now of all these things happening to you.
So what's the benefit to connect with her? Like, for example, what she
The
can,
benefit,
yeah.
what I don't know what you can do, but I
Okay.
know that you're probably connected to her star family. So when I
Okay.
say star family, we as human beings have star family. Every
Mhm.
single person, even if you don't even know who they are, even if you're just a beginner, on my show coming here and saying, what is the star family? What does that mean? What does this mean? Because you're asking questions, right? She is, you are connected with her on some level, probably more connected to her than you are, and somewhat connected with these other two beings, but I think you have a connection with her too. And she comes from a whole different cosmic realm than these other two beings that you're communicating with telepathically. This woman is definitely connected to you.
Okay.
You know, I'm just really getting strongly as I read your energy. This
Okay.
woman is ready to communicate with you. The only reason she's not is because your mind became involved in it and your mind was afraid.
Yeah.
And she was physical, correct?
I'm sorry.
The woman was physical.
Yeah. 100%.
Yes. Yeah.
100.
Because she had no idea your mind was interfering with your ability to be calm and still. There's a lot you can learn from this woman. So you need
Wow.
to let yourself go and tune into her.
Okay.
You can tune into her tonight before you go to sleep.
I'll talk to her. I'll let you know.
Yeah. No, let me know. I want to know what happens.
Okay, my dear. I thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, I'm glad we were able to get you on here. Everybody, thanks Starseed for sharing her contactee story. It's been a blessing. I want to hear in the future what happens, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
You're a blessing. Thanks for coming on here, Encounters. And let me see. You know, I choose the guests based on what I hear. I'm pretty good at choosing guests here. How do I call out to my star family? Magic Moon. So, Magic Moon, you want to learn how to do that. The one way you can do that is through focused meditation. So, when you meditate, when I teach people in my classes and I take them off planet to a ship as big as the Earth, a starship, not a starship, but a planetary vessel of golden light, to a big ship way beyond our Earth. I do this in the summertime. They're my workshops. People keep journals. So if you want to you want to connect with your star family, and it goes for anybody watching this around the world, you need to discipline yourself in meditation. Say, I'm a Christed being of light, and I wish to connect with my star family. Always say in your meditations, I am a Christed being of light. I wish to connect with my star family. And you can use the typical words you or om, which are vibrational patterns of high frequency. And as you do the meditations, you eventually will have contact mentally with your star family. I'm giving this information to Magic Moon. And it can be useful to a lot of people. Let's see here. And I'm CmdrAleon. Welcome new people to the show. Normally we're on at 11 o'clock nightly. Might take a break once in a while. Sometimes the commander has to take a break. But we're here to share your stories regarding your visitations with space people, your UFO sightings that you're having, anything to do with the mer people, also, the crop circles, and also all the different things we talk about. Mars, my home planet Mars. I'm also from Mars. That has an inhabited planet of 10 to 20 million people on it right now. I was talking about Dr. Greer before. I'm trying to meditate. It's hard because I have anxiety. So I'm going to see if we can bring her up here. So, Magic Moon, if you want to come up, I'll try to talk to you here and help you out. Thank you, Rachel. Steve Houston, good to have you with us. We're going to help Magic Moon out here because that's what we do here, right?
Hello.
Hey, Magic Moon, welcome to the show.
Thank you for bringing me up.
Oh, yeah, and are you able to turn your camera on? I know you have a lot of followers. Do you want to do camera? Can you do that? Or you know how to do that?
It's like 1 a.m. here, and
Yeah.
I'm not ready.
Oh, yeah, you're on the East Coast. So yeah, it's almost
Yeah,
1
I'm on
a.m. You're
the
correct.
yeah.
Okay, so you want to learn how to connect with your star family, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so it's nice to be able to verbally communicate this. So one of the things I would say is, as I was trying to say before, is when I teach people to do this in my workshops, it has to be a centered meditation. Meaning, I like to sometimes quietly meditate and telepathically communicate, but in terms of music, you want to use like higher dimensional music. There's Christ ambient music or ambient Christ music that has an ambient frequency of tone or vibration to it. Those kinds of sounds will put you into a state of consciousness where the anxiety will disappear. You want to tell your brain to stop being that way. And so you have to reconstruct the way you operate when you're doing this kind of stuff. So a lot of times anxiety comes from the brain having fear of you doing something different than what it's used to, right?
Right.
So once you allow the brain to just say, stay out of the way and let me do my spiritual work, you can go into your inner self for inner guidance. And through meditation, using the word you or om, those are very high vibrational pattern words. And just saying, I am a Christed being of light. I wish to connect with my star family. And you have to be Christed beings or else I will not communicate with you. You always got to preface very directly who you're communicating with. So it's like, say, come on over. I want to communicate with anybody out there. A person that does that doesn't know what they're doing. But when you say to yourself, I'm a Christed being of light, I wish to, in Christ consciousness, connect with my star family that are Christed beings of light only, you're setting a disciplined protocol of communications. And that disciplined protocol will allow you to have that contact with your star family, whoever they are. I don't know who they are, but when you have that contact, you will eventually know who they are. Does that sound like something you can do?
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to I mean, I listen to like white noise and ambient sounds. I've done that
Mhm.
for a few years, but I just started to start to try to meditate daily. Not for very long, because like I said, my mind always kind of like wanders, and I know that's what it does.
Yeah.
So I only do like short meditations, like 5 to
Mhm.
10 minutes, or I
Yeah.
listen to like the different healing frequencies.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to get back into it, and I do feel different. Like I feel more relaxed after I do it.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
yeah.
So I would say instead of 15 minutes, do a half hour meditation when you can.
Mhm.
And specifically go into, you can go on YouTube, you can see stuff like this. It's called Ambient Christ Conscious Music.
Okay.
And when you look it up, it's not like your traditional Jesus Christ religious stuff. It is ambient vibrational patterns of music in Christ consciousness. When you use those kinds of patterns, it will affect your brain waves and will also put you in a higher state of consciousness where you can actually make that contact happen.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for the information. That really helped me out.
I'm glad you came up here. I knew I had to bring you up here for a moment for this whole thing. I can't do justice to anybody when I'm just going by sentences. So thank you for coming up here.
I understand. Thank you. Have a good night.
You too, Magic. You guys have a good night too. We
Bye.
appreciate Magic. And this is what we do. We try to help people. This is what the show's all about, right? This is what we do. This is what I always do. You know, I'm no different than I was a week ago. So we're following Magic and we're glad to have her on here. Yeah, we help people, but we can only help people in this kind of realm other than if it's a domestic dispute. I can't help people with domestic disputes. That's out of my league. I can only tell people with domestic disputes to either, if it's really serious, you probably need to call the Quebec Police Department. Yes, but I don't deal with domestic disputes, and I wish I can help you. I don't have that much power on that end of it. Um, you know, uh, I really wish we can help you. I think most of the people here that have been uh, seeing your comments want you to contact the authorities. There's something there that you probably should do, and I can send you love and light. I caught another ship today, half pint. Pepper Pot, thank you for the heart. We appreciate it, Pepper Pot. And we're going to bring up half pint. They just got another spaceship recorded, and they're up in the Appalachian Mountains. We can have them talk about that briefly. And they've been a regular guest. They're having contacts with the Anunnaki spaceships all the way up in the Appalachian Mountains. Hey, Mary, and
Hey guys,
hello there.
how you doing?
Good, good, good. Now tell us what happened. Another ship appeared.
Yeah, so this morning I'd say about 9 o'clock in the morning, it was right above one of the treetops in my backyard, and it was
Mm-hmm.
shape shifting.
And it looked like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, good evening, Ray. I can hear Ray talking in the background. So
Hi,
you
Commander.
can, Ray, you cannot hide from the commander.
Oh, I know I can't. No.
So Ray,
I'm
did you
just
see it too?
all the stuff going on.
I suppose Ray, you saw the ship also, right?
Oh yes, I'm
He's
the
the
one
one
that
that got it.
took the first picture. What I did is I ended up taking the picture. Mary goes, "Take the picture." I go, "I'll tell you what, I'm not going to even go by the window. I'm just going to stick the camera up there and take a picture."
And you did.
Yeah, because they're
Yeah.
shy that way. So I took the picture. I caught them. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is what they do. So I have a trampoline in my backyard, okay? So
For our grandkids. Yeah.
they sit on that trampoline. You can see the marks on my trampoline from them.
You're saying that the Anunnaki will come off the ship, sit on your trampoline? Are they staying
I
like,
think
are they cloaking themselves when they do it?
yeah, I think there's a ship that
Interesting.
sits right back here.
Yep, it sits hovering above your in the air, but this Anunnaki are being invisible and they're going on your trampoline.
Right, you can see the trampoline popping up and down every so often.
Yeah, I'm
And
just telling
when I
this large
touch the
person in
stuff that's
Quebec.
on
Go
the
ahead.
trampoline, it's like silky.
Like a
Wow.
watery type.
Yeah, it's like a water base thing.
Oh wow. Yeah, this person that's been on here for a while in Quebec, they're having a domestic dispute. I'm trying to tell them contact the police. I can't help them. There's nothing I can do.
Please contact the police.
Yeah, we can't do nothing from here, darling. You're going to have to get a hold of the
Yeah,
police
yeah.
department
It's
because that's stalking. And so
right.
you
If you
have to
had
get.
like if she had like negative ET problems, I would send a spaceship over her, but that's not going to help her. She needs to contact the authorities. So her
Right.
English is not too good, you know.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
yeah. But anyway,
Well,
and paranormal, I do see you. But go ahead.
and by the way, so remember that purple orb that I showed you that was on that tree? So
Yeah.
there was another one that showed up right in front of the house today. I got a picture of that too.
It's
Interesting.
always one.
And can you explain what the purple orb is to people watching this that don't know?
Actually, this is what happens. So I
Yeah.
start taking a picture of the sun and
Mm-hmm.
I say, my star people, please come down and visit us. And then this purple, I'll get a picture and there'll be this
But
purple thing starting to come down.
and how does it make you feel? That's what he
Oh, it
wants
makes
to
me
know.
feel really good.
Mm-hmm. And from the height in the air of this purple thing, if it were like right at ground level, how big would it be to you from your
Oh,
vantage
wow.
point?
It's about at least 10 feet tall. It's
Yeah,
tall.
and it's wide like the size of my body would be
Yeah.
as a
Right.
grown man.
So it'd be like
Yeah.
it wouldn't be like as big as a ship. It would be big in terms of
No.
height and width.
Right.
Yes.
But
Kit
still,
Kat
you
told
think
me that she's seen beings in it.
she's got beings in it. It
Yeah.
could be way bigger inside than it looks on the outside. You know, like what we see
Right.
on the outside. Inside of it, it could be way bigger. Our perception.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what I think too. I do. I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, Joey, definitely. We watch our live carefully to see what's going on there for sure. But yeah, I think that for people that are just watching, Ray and Mary have had in the Appalachians for the past going on 3 weeks. They are now having contact with the Anunnaki, which are tall, beautiful people, that men and women, just like other star people, and they're having communications. They're having contact. Um, and it's a beautiful thing, you know.
They
And
love
that's
to
the
read
thing
our.
that. Say again.
They sure do love to read our dreams. You know.
Mm,
That's the message I've been getting is they've been like getting into my dreams and
hmm
that one time I woke up and I seen the face and it was big and round and I could see his pupil.
mm,
Um, yeah, and it wasn't a scary feeling. I think he was just watching out for me and
yeah.
watching for my dream, you know.
hmm
And then I got a picture of this. I don't know. It's like this pink thing on my back door, and Kit Kat told me there was a man's face in it. In that one.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, Kit Kat can see things like that. Very, very
Yeah.
interesting. You know,
I
certain
think
people
that's
on here
cool.
have the ability to see things. Yeah, that's very cool. So if one person doesn't pick it up, the other person does. It's amazing our audience here. Some people really do have the ability to do that. And I am Heather says I can help with dreams. So she's very much tuned into the dream area, and she says she's just saying
Ooh,
now I can help with dreams. Yeah, yeah,
cool.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't dream, or I dream
yeah.
and just don't remember or something.
Mm-hmm.
And when I dream, I'm always in the air flying.
You're probably flying
Strange.
into a spaceship.
Oh
I
yeah.
can see. I'm envisioning Ray flying in the air, and he says, "Okay, Mary, I'll be back. I'm floating, and there's the mothership. The door opens in the mothership of the Anunnaki ship, and Ray goes right in there, and then waves back at you and says, "I'll be back in about a half hour."
Yeah, I can see that.
Definitely.
I can. I'm actually envisioning it, even though you know. And
Not
we have another.
enjoy
You
that.
can. Yeah. So cool says it's wild. I dream of my sister. Interesting. Just let people know, we don't get into the paranormal stuff or that kind of thing. We are strictly, for the format of the program and because of my background, strictly on the ET cosmic galactic area, star people, crop circles, what we're talking about now, the Anunnaki, things like Dr. Stephen Greer talking about Mars and that they have found structures on Mars, but the NASA people and others have wiped out the pictures, so they don't want you to see the structures, which happens to be true. Hey, Karen Pratt, welcome to the show, and everybody coming in here. So, yeah, it's amazing what's going on. And for folks watching, Mary and Ray, they are contactees. You know, the word contactee is absolutely what they are. They've had physical contact with the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki have come off their ship at night. They hang around their house. They're up in a remote area in the Appalachian Mountains in Pennsylvania, and that seems to be the most perfect, safe place for space people to set up shop, so to speak. You know, they probably have a space base in the mountains up there, right? Would you say
Oh
that?
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
And
Because
I
it's
think
not
so
far
too.
from here.
No, it wouldn't be very far from you. Probably less than a mile because you're up in the mountains. But they probably found a place in the mountains where they have set up base. It's probably actually cloaked, so that's why they're able to come constantly because they have a permanent base there now. So
It might be right in my backyard.
I think it
part of it
is.
could be in your backyard. Yeah, it could be. Pretty amazing, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
Hey,
definitely.
I have a
they're
space
always
base
back
in my
there.
backyard.
So yeah.
How many people on my audience can say they have a space base of positive beings in their backyard?
I
If you
think
are having
that's
it, let
so
me know.
cool.
You're gonna have to come down, Commander, and
Yeah,
visit.
Hey, look, we invite anybody that wants to come here because we think this is so amazing. We think that everybody should just
Enjoy it.
enjoy it.
Hey,
You
Yeah.
know.
this is a
Well,
good time to be alive right now.
if we ever were there, I'm sure they would say, "Commander's there. We better come and say hello to the commander." He's
Well, you're
actually
gonna have to
visiting.
come down.
You know, I'll have to talk to my wife about that and see how that works out. But yeah, very interesting.
I
Hey
was gonna
guys,
ask you.
yes.
I was gonna ask you if you want to have a CE5 here.
One of these times.
Yeah.
Let's see how life plans out. Life is so interestingly different because of my family and everything. So when
Yeah.
you're, so I have to play both ends of the base, so to speak, and we'll see. I mean, it's interesting. We're getting to warm weather. We'll see. It's something that we can think about. You know,
Yeah.
that'd be kind of
So
cool.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
So they found a ship with somebody on it,
But
but
she was
she was
half
half
human
human, and that she had this thing on her skin.
and half ET.
Yeah,
And she
So when you
fly
say-
the ship.
and she was flying the ship.
They connected.
So what did she look like visually?
She was Oriental.
She was Oriental, right?
Yeah, she's like.
Oh yeah, so she had. I saw the picture. She had a device on her face.
Yeah.
She looked like
I
a
saw-
mummy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was probably a device that wasn't hooked onto her face, but it was on her face, an apparatus of some sort. I saw the
Right.
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah.
What did you think about that?
Well, you know, I kind of figured they were going to find something like that because look, it's time for all this to come out. No more lies, no more BSing. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, they run their ships like that, so I could imagine there's probably a bunch of ships like that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Do you
I
think
think it's really amazing.
It's the
people
human
should see that
cell.
photo, right? That photo that you're mentioning. I don't remember where I saw it, but there's a photo out there of this Oriental-looking woman with a some sort of apparatus on her face, and
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know where the original picture is, but if you look it up, there is a picture. I think they just released the picture recently.
Yep.
I'm not
You
sure
know,
who
I'll
released
find
it.
it and then I'll send it to
Yeah,
you.
yeah, send it to me. Yes, I think it might be on YouTube, Red Jan. It could be.
Yeah.
I think it was.
I think
Where
that's
we
where we've seen it.
Yeah.
I think it's on YouTube, and you might see it on TikTok. I don't know for sure, folks, but you see this woman. I think it was like she was frozen or something.
Yeah,
It
like a
looks like
mummy.
like a mummy. She was frozen or
What do you
something.
call those beds? Sleep bed or something?
Medbed. So Eric says, did she have dark hair and eyebrows?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yeah, she
think.
did.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, yep.
And it was Oriental. Yeah.
Yeah.
And looked Oriental, but definitely looked like she wasn't like Earth like human. She was human, but not Earth human. Absolutely
Yeah.
human, but more space being human. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. And
Definitely.
they said that she had a like a computer thing over the top of her
To where
Yeah.
her mind
to
can
where
run the ship.
to where her mind was running the ship.
Right, like a device on her, so
Yeah.
through her mental thoughts, she was able to
Right.
control the spaceship, which makes
Yeah.
perfectly good sense, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's an advanced state of consciousness. So the consciousness runs the spaceship. The ship doesn't run the consciousness. That's the
Right.
beautiful part. It's the reverse.
Yeah.
All
You know,
organic.
I think that is
all
so
organic.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And our even with our reverse technology that we have from Area 51 and other places, from using scalar technology to shoot down the spaceships, we cannot operate a spaceship through consciousness. We might be able to use the reverse engineered technology of the space people, the ETs that are from the third dimensional reality, but we have no way through consciousness of running a spaceship.
No.
No.
No way. We're not there yet. That's
Yeah,
for
We're not
it's
there.
sure.
gonna take a minute.
Yeah.
I would
We're
suspect
alone.
I would think the Anunnaki and our star family can operate their spaceships just with consciousness. They know you.
Oh
I know
yeah.
there are space controls on these ships that are crystallized structures, but the ships from other planetary systems operate through a state of consciousness. Some ships are living ships. A living ship is just total consciousness. That a space grouping of high frequency beings can create a spaceship just out of thought.
Right.
Yep.
So when a spaceship disappears and appears and looks different or radiant or translucent, it could be created just by thought by 10 or 12 space beings. And then there
I'm
was
almost
also,
wondering. I'm almost wondering. Ray caught that picture, right? Ray don't take pictures. I'm the one that takes all the pictures. And I think they were just saying hi to him this morning, letting him know that
yeah,
they were still out there.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I film them all the time. My mind's always going, so
Yeah, they're always talking to him. So
Yeah.
no, it gets
Uh,
downloaded.
and Tiffany's saying I have to go to sleep. Tiffany, take care. Karen says, I
you know,
believe we are more powerful than we think as we expand our consciousness. True, Karen.
Yes.
Very true. It's amazing discussion because, people on, on Earth, we have like I said, reverse engineered technology that we forced or shot down with scalar technology to utilize craft. And even then, we're still trying to figure it all out. But if we can create a ship through consciousness, which our star family can, not all of them do, but we can do that, then in fact, what we're doing is we've created that essence of consciousness where it's a living ship because it's actually created through consciousness, you know? And we're at, speaking of consciousness, I can't believe it. We're only at 40,000 people. Now, real quickly, I want to see how quickly we can put it up to 100,000. That means everybody has to press to tap the button on their screen. We should be able to get to 100,000. I think we should be able to do this in 10 minutes.
Nope.
Now, maybe it's wishful thinking, but I have 215 people on here, 215 human beings on here. And if you do the math, if 215 people tap that screen, I think in 10 minutes we can be 100,000 people here. I've always, set a goal in the galactic realities of my life. And one of those goals is right now in 10 minutes to do 100,000.
Okay,
So
people,
in 10
start
minutes,
tapping
start tapping that button. If you don't know what to do, you have to tap your screen, and then you'll see a heart popping up. As soon as you say thank you for the, so as you tap the screen, a heart will pop up. Keep everybody tap, 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 like you're tap dancing, like Fred Astaire and those people. Now you're tapping the screen, and you're seeing those hearts. Those red hearts are going to keep popping up. I'm watching the screen now. I want to see us get to 100,000 before 1:30.
Come on, people, we can do it.
We can do it. We're taking a break
Commander,
here.
when you do your goal or whatever,
Yeah.
like, what do you say? Because I'm trying to figure out what to put on there. Like, I'm even feeling bad because I would put it on there. Like, I feel like
Right.
I'm doing something wrong.
You're not doing anything wrong. So let's say you go live and you're doing a live. You can set a goal of just saying to people, I'd like to get to 50,000 people to like my live. So all you're going to say is, I'm going to be on for 2 hours. I'd like to get 50,000 likes. So like for right now, I just completed a goal here on TikTok, and I'm going to change it, and I'm going to go to something different. And I like the hats for some reason, so I'm changing the goal. And I'm going to go to a different hat. Now, I do like baseball, so I'm going to put the baseball cap on there. I'm going to put 8 of them on there because they have the baseball caps. I ran out of them, so I just replenished my shelf with 8 baseball caps, and I'm going to also put that right now in a second on here. Let's see. We're going to set the baseball cap up in a minute. I don't have it set yet. We do that.
Oh, look, I got a hat. How cool.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
Okay. So now I set the goal for 8 caps. Wait, 8 hats. I'm pinning the goal for 8. I don't have 8 hats yet. I keep saying caps. And I also am looking to get a thank you, Jack. Jackie's saying I have
look, there's another one.
So cool. I just set 8 hats for myself. And also, we're at almost 50,000. We need 50,000 more likes. So we have 206 people here. We're taking a little bit of a break. Etheric, thank you for the cap. We appreciate it. And please like and follow. That's really important. We're taking a little mini break here, sort of like a non-commercial break. Sarah says, thank you for the, thank you for that doggy wuggy, as I call it.
How cool.
Yeah, doggy wuggy. Too bad I don't have a cat that says meow, but that's all right. And you're watching Encounters. This is the #1 spiritual UFO talk show. Thank you. I am Heather for the hat. We appreciate that. Starseed, thank you. I am. Thank you for the cap. I am. Thank you. I am again. Thank you. I am for the cap. Thank you for the hand heart, Starseed. We appreciate it. We're taking a little mini break. Etheric, thank you for the hand heart. We appreciate that too. Everything's good. Thank you. I am Heather for the cap again. We appreciate you very much. I am Heather. Thank you for the cap again. We appreciate you very much. Did I just reach my goal already? I can't believe it. Thank you for the hat again. Lizzie 1111. Thank you for the roses. We appreciate it. I am Heather. Thank you for the cap again. We appreciate it. So we want to acknowledge all the gifters here tonight, and we thank you so much. And again, we're at 52.8. We really can do this, folks. I want to get up to 100,000 before 1:30. Let's make this happen collectively. On my show, I get everybody involved. Jackie F., thank you for the half pint. Half pint, you just got yourself an etheric thing going on there from Etheric.
Oh, cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Diane, thank you for the hat. We appreciate it so much. Thank you. So we'd like to just thank and acknowledge everybody and all my guests on the show here. It's You're a blessing to have here with us. Thank you thank you, Jackie F. Saying half pint, you got yourself a bear.
Yes,
Oh,
Folks,
sir.
thank you.
that's when you do your
Well,
live. You'll have people gifting you things. That's what happens, you know.
I guess I just think that I'm doing something bad if I'm asking people to
gift you
Oh,
or
gift me
oh,
or
you're not.
donate,
You,
because this is supposed to
you,
be for free, right?
but you know what? It is free, but TikTok purposely sets it up so people cannot feel guilty about gifting. That's why they have TikTok gifts. If they didn't have TikTok gifts, then you
yeah.
can say, "Oh, I feel guilty." Nothing to feel guilty about. I always ask for TikTok gifts because I feel I don't care. I mean, I think that it's to do the work I do here every night and the work I put into it. I feel it's I think it's an honorable thing to ask for. Some lives don't even think about it. Me, to do the stuff we do, I think asking for gifts, having a cash app on here, which a lot of TikTokers do, don't feel guilty. It's absolutely fine. If you're going to be on TikTok and you say, "Why are people asking for gifts?" then you're on the wrong social media
You,
platform. This TikTok is made so that people can get gifts. That's why they made that. That's why this is better than
yeah,
Facebook. You know, Facebook is so behind the times; it's
yeah,
ridiculous, and it's a real mess
Oh,
on
it is.
Facebook.
yeah. It's
It
pretty
really
bad on
is.
Facebook.
It is.
Yeah,
I mean,
Commander,
the
we'd
only
like
thing.
to hit. Oh, sorry.
So I. So go ahead. What are you gonna say, Ray?
Oh, we'd like to go on your radio show this weekend too, if you would have
Yeah, yeah,
us.
yeah. On Sunday morning, absolutely. I'm going to
Yes.
set up this thing called confetti. Yes, confetti. I think confetti. I'm doing 8 confettis. I'm setting up a goal right now for confetti. So I have 8 confettis here. If Derek, thank you for the heart puffs. We appreciate it. Oh my goodness. You know,
Look
I
at
I
Look
I,
that.
at
so
that.
I have fun with this stuff. Some people feel guilty with it. I just utilize the TikTok gifts, and I have no problem with it. You
I
know,
think I just
Get used
gotta
to the
get used to
algorithm.
it. Yeah.
yeah, you gotta get used to it. It's all good. It's all
Yep.
that's what it's here for, right?
Yep.
Thank you. Half pint, you just got some confetti too.
Oh, thank
Just
you so
hi, I'm
much.
Hedda. Thank you. See, that's what
Thank
it's
you,
all about.
That is
Commander.
so
You're
cool.
really helping us out
Thank
by
you. Thank you. I
active.
am. I'm at 50% of my goal. We're at 58.5 thousand etheric. Wow, that is
Oh,
one
look
of the
at
wind
that
forces.
ham.
Lizzie, thank you. That's going to you.
Cool.
Half pint. You're getting some little gifts there, roses. You
Thank
guys.
you.
You know.
Huh?
So we have
Come
a
on,
little bit
guys.
of
Let's
fun here.
tap. We got to get 100,000.
And we do have, of course, the serious discussions.
Oh,
We tell people we do have serious discussions. We do help people that need help with negative ET interference with their lives, and we've sent spaceships. It's been documented. I've done it time and time again, and even recently, and it's made a big difference. Because I work with that level of light. So, Andrew, thank you for the join my team smiley face heart. So we appreciate that. And let's get up to 100,000. We're almost there. We're at 60,000.3. I need every
there we
single
go.
person around the planet to press on your phone, on your screen. That's how you actually increase the numbers. You're saying, how do I do that? Just tap, like I'm tapping right now. Tap on your cell phone on the screen, and if you all tap, we'll get up to 100,000. You have to just tap
Mary's
on your screen.
tapping.
That's all you have to do. People are looking at people and seeing the hearts going up, and they're saying, how do I do this? So if you're not used to doing tapping on your screen on a live, you just have to tap it with your one finger, and you can tap it really quick. You'll get a lot of stuff there. So I tap very quickly when I'm tapping. So I can tap right now, and I can probably beat everybody. So I'm tapping very quick here. Now watch this. When you keep tapping, if you
I don't
tap
know.
really
I think
quick,
we're in a race, Commander.
if you tap really quick, see what I'm doing? Watch this. I'm tapping so quickly. What's going to happen? So I'm going to let go. See that? If you tap as quickly as if you can beat me in tapping, folks, I doubt it. I'm the quickest tapper on TikTok.
We can
I can
try.
tap. I can out tap anybody on earth. This is a challenge.
Yep.
I'm making a challenge right now. I'm challenging 183 people that I can beat you. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to tap. We're now in a tapping contest on encounters. Watch this, folks. When you start seeing it go pink and you're tapping that heavily, that screen's going to go on that little line thing. I'm going to get it up right now to the point where I let go. Bam. Try to do that, huh? I did 80 likes in less than a couple of seconds. Can you do that? I don't think anybody can do that. Let's see.
No.
And that's with one finger. I did this with one finger. We have 185 beautiful people out there watching the show. I can out tap anybody on earth. I'll do it again. I bet you I'm going to do it right now. In less than 2 minutes. It's 1:28 in the morning. I'm going tapping crazy
I
on
got
encounters.
115 likes in a couple seconds.
Yeah.
70,000. I can still outbeat anybody here. With 189 people, one person does as many taps. And if you tap really quickly, you can get 80 likes in there. Unless you have a slow finger.
Okay, everybody, start tapping.
Come on, guys.
I'm going to tap
do
too.
it.
Hey, look, I'm tapping along with everybody here because I like encounters myself. You know, I watch it all the time.
Yeah. You do a good job, Commander.
Well, I have to watch my own show.
Thank you.
And Etheric says I've done more than 600 before. I believe it, Etheric. Not for hire, 252. I do more, Tommy says. Thank you, Tommy. And I'm having fun here with everybody because right now we're at 76,000. Come on. We have 185 people here. Do I have to out tap everybody again? I don't want.
Come on, wake up that finger, guys.
Yep, start tapping, everybody.
I'm telling you, if you can tap this fast, my screen should go up to the bar. Right now, I've got 80. I'm a little bit over 80 right now. Here we go. 84. I did 84 likes right now, just on my own tapping. I still believe I'm beating everybody. It's 129. Let's see. A miracle can happen here. We're almost at 80,000. I'm not sure people can do this. I'm not sure.
100,000.
Oh, yeah. See, I am Heather. If you're not tapping, you're napping.
That's right.
That's
Wake
right.
up, everybody.
Brenslin says I did 173 taps. I believe it.
So, Commander, I'm going to go outside tonight when we're done and take some pictures.
All right. You should actually, you know what? You guys should go live on your own tonight and go outside and say live with the Anunnaki.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that.
If you have a clear night, just say, well, before you go outside, I would say I'd focus and I would say to my space brothers and sisters on the Anunnaki spaceship, before you go out, do like a brief meditation with each other and say, we'd like to have your ship come real close so we can videotape it.
I keep asking, but I think they're shy.
They're shy?
Yeah.
All right. Well, they won't be too shy. I mean, obviously, they showed you the mothership really close that night.
I think it's us that are shy.
Yeah, maybe it's us.
No, I think you're shy. So you need to go out there and say, I'm not. Just let them know you're not shy and that you're willing to videotape their spaceship. No, they're not shy at all. They're waiting for you to not be shy. So you have to.
Yeah.
See, so to say I'm shy is almost like to say they're shy is like, we're not shy. We're the Anunnaki. We're not shy. We've knocked on your door. We've come up to you and you've been shy. We wanted to come in and have a cup of tea and you've been shy.
I got coffee made for him, Commander. I'm waiting for him to come knock on the door.
Oh, don't wait. Go outside and just tell them that they can come for a cup of coffee.
Well, I'm going to have to go do that tonight.
Right? We're almost at 100,000. We're at 89.7. When we get to 100,000, we're going to kind of wind down the show. We had some great interviews tonight, and we appreciate everybody out here. And every night's different on the show. We never know who we're going to bring on here. So it's really interesting.
I am Heather wants to go live.
Oh, she does?
Yeah. She says, please go live.
Oh yeah, she wants you to go live. Yeah, I think that would be good. After I get off my live, before when I wind down things, I might just watch your live for a few minutes.
Cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Heck
no,
yeah.
and you could put a topic on your topic. Contact with the Anunnaki. That could be
Yeah.
that's really who you are. You're having contact specifically
Yeah.
with the Anunnaki, and
You
it's a
are.
true contact. So you know more
Yeah.
about the Anunnaki than people that are saying who have an agenda about the Anunnaki. You know that they're men and women that are tall and they're human like we
Yeah.
are, and that's the truth that has to be told about the Anunnaki. I've always had a problem over the years with people's perceptions of the Anunnaki being some special, god or goddess, when the Anunnaki are
Right.
space people. They're star people. We're at 94.3. We're almost at 100,000 right now on Encounters. You're watching Encounters, the most popular late night spiritual UFO talk show. And also our guests here, Ray and Mary, they are in contact with the Anunnaki directly. And they're having some beautiful experiences up in the Appalachian Mountains. And we bring people on regularly that are directly in contact with the space people. We have a few people that are having contact with space people of the positive kind, and we have all kinds of people on here. But when we have those kind of direct things, you're not going to hear about that on CNN News, on MSNBC, BBC, CBC, or China News Agency, or any Russia, or anywhere. You're going to hear it right here on Encounters. You're going to see it. We're going to talk about it. Paranormal Ghostbusters. We'll bring them up for a minute. We're at a 97.1, 97.2. And we'll get Paranormal up here for a minute, and then we're going to wind down our thing here.
Yeah, he's
Let's
been
see.
wanting to come up, Commander.
Yes, he
Yeah,
has. He's the one
he
to
has
talk to us.
he
We
has a
just been-
picture. Paranormal has a picture of a UFO or something earlier. I was reading the comments, and I think he's almost here. As TikTok spins. Okay, now we got Paranormal. Good evening.
Are you there?
Yeah, we can
Can
hear
you
you.
hear
Good
me?
evening. We can hear you loud and clear in Australia. Yep.
Hi, Paranormal Ghostbusters.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
I took some photos last night of the star, and I saw something. It's like you're like a spaceship, and it's a bit different compared to the star. So I want to share that to you. I share it to Johnny because I told Johnny I have difficult reading and writing, and I don't know
Okay.
how to send it.
Okay.
I'll show you the photos.
Okay.
I'll find it. Where do you go? Hang on.
And just
Where
let
do you
people
go?
know, Paranormal Ghostbusters has a bunch of chickens. I think
Photos.
a bunch of chickens out there. So if you hear chickens, thank you for the teamwork. We just hit 100,000. Thank you, everybody, for making that happen. That's
Hang on, I just find it.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't hear the chickens
Find
today.
it.
Yeah, they're being they're behaving good.
Yeah.
Collectively, I want to thank everybody. You did a good job, everybody. We appreciate you.
So they start laying eggs.
Hang on.
Oh, where'd he go?
Oh no!
What happened?
Did we lose? Well,
He
he's
went
all
on
the way.
pause. I think he's trying to get the picture.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because he got a picture of
Yeah.
You got to
ship.
switch. You got to switch the screen over to do that. You're watching Encounters. We're aboard a spaceship right now, and I'm operating about 20,000 feet above Earth. If you're watching the show, my phone is working on this ship. This is a very specialized ship. If you're watching me from on Earth, welcome to my outer space show. And I'm talking to on Earth
Now.
Mary and Roy, and also Paranormal Ghostbusters in Australia. We can
Hang on.
Paranormal.
I
Okay,
just
he's
have
trying to
to
get the
turn my
picture.
camera on. Oh.
My ship is now hovering above Earth while Paranormal is
Yeah,
getting
because I
the
took
picture.
a picture last night.
There you are.
Oh.
Where's the photos? Hang on.
He'll get the picture.
Hang on.
We'll see the picture.
Where's the photo?
So where are we going, Commander?
I'm going to take everybody to the planet Mars tonight, so you're in for a treat. My ship is very big. We have plenty of room.
Okay, guys.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Where is it?
We see
It's
you.
only a small one. Hang on.
Okay.
Hang on. How you, hang on.
We're hanging on
Yeah.
here. We're floating in
Okay.
space, so we're okay. We're all floating.
Uh,
He's been wanting to get on here with us so bad.
I know he has been.
Yeah.
Hey, Free Spirit, good to see you.
Hi, Free
Yeah,
Spirit.
Yeah.
I don't know how to make it big.
Well, if you get the picture, I can put you on the big screen. But you have to get the picture, and I'll put you on the big screen with the picture. So I'll make it big. Hold on a minute. Give me a second here.
I put the date
Well,
on it.
Commander, you can take us off.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay,
can
there.
you see it up there?
right there.
Can you see it up there?
Yep,
Oh,
I can see it
yeah.
above your finger. Yeah, there it is. Very good. What time was that taken? Oh, it's 7:44 p.m. It
Yeah,
says
I put the date.
yeah, it says April 24th. Okay, it's 7:44 p.m. Australian time. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's the
what we
first
call
time I went out there and looked, because I looked at the stars and because it's so beautiful, you know, more relaxing, look at the stars, and all I've seen is that.
Yeah.
Paranormal, do you like taking pictures?
Yeah, I like taking pictures. I take a picture of
Uh,
moon, anything.
oh,
You need
interesting.
to start, you need to start taking pictures of like the clouds, like when the sun's around the clouds, and you'll see
Yeah.
them watching you through the clouds.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know
Yeah.
what it? Do you know what it is?
Well, do I know what that is?
Yeah.
Well, tell me a little bit more about when you were watching it. Was it moving in a specific direction?
Yeah, it was moving.
Okay, so when you started seeing it, was it going, was it elevating up into space, or was it coming down?
It was coming down,
Okay, interesting.
and then it was
And
going up.
so it went down and then
Wow.
went back up again. That's very interesting.
Yeah, and then
Was
it
it
goes
what
sideways.
sideways? And was it a very
Yeah.
luminous color? Like what kind of a color was it? With like really luminous?
Yeah, like white.
Right.
And it's
Okay,
got
I
like a big
got you.
line, like that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I mean, it's definitely not from here. I would have to analyze it more. I mean, it's definitely non-terrestrial. I would have to really analyze that photo more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because sometimes I go out night and I see stars a lot, and I never seen that thing on my life.
yeah.
Can you blow it
Well,
up
that's,
and make it
yeah, can you
bigger?
make can you make it bigger?
Make it bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you right there, I'm trying to make it bigger. If you take screenshot of it, then you
Yeah.
can make it bigger.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, because
you
I
have
can't do
to.
it on the phone.
Yeah, I'm not able to do a screenshot on my live here. I don't think. Yeah, if you send it to me a message of the
Yeah.
photo, I can probably do it there.
Yeah, I might have to get someone to help me because I don't know how to send it.
Hmm.
Because I have
Yeah,
difficult reading and writing.
I got you.
Yeah.
And let's see, we have a person named Langdon. Let's see, Langdon wants to join us. Let's see who Langdon is and what part of the world Langdon's in. We have paranormal over in Australia, my friends in the Appalachian Mountains. And Langdon, welcome to Encounters.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good. And
Hi,
where are you
Langdon.
located, Langdon? Good evening. Where are you located?
Uh, inside Ohio.
Ohio. Okay. And so welcome to our show, Encounters, which is a spiritual UFO talk show here on TikTok. And can you tell us a little bit about your experiences and so forth related to the topic?
Um, yeah. Actually, I'm just going to stay listen to you guys for just a little bit, actually, and just
Oh,
I'll
okay.
jump in if I can. Yeah, yeah. It's
Okay. No, that's fine.
yeah.
That's absolutely
I
fine.
just been kind of
So,
listening. I apologize,
no,
but
no
yeah,
problem. Have
yeah.
Have you had any sightings yourself, Langdon?
Yeah, yeah. I've about a year and a half ago.
Really? Okay.
About a
So
year and a
tell
half
us how.
ago.
And how old are you now in terms of your adult life?
Oh, 42.
42. Okay. So a year ago. So when it happened, like how did it happen? Was it nighttime? Was it daytime? What was going on?
Actually, it was during the day actually, and
Hmm.
I got home from where was I? I was actually at the beach actually prior to it all happening, and we got back to the house, and I fell asleep during the day, and
Hmm.
yeah, weirdly enough, it was very kind of misjumbled after all that. I kind
Hmm.
of came to a little bit and saw something standing in the doorway, and then kind of like just like laid my head back down and was thinking about it as I was laying there, and I'm like, that wasn't right. Like I thought it was somebody standing there, and then
Hmm.
yeah, yeah,
Now let me ask you a
some
question. Very interesting. So you had a sighting, and then you're saying there's somebody standing in the doorway of your house.
yeah, my bedroom because I took a nap during the day and like something woke me up. Actually, the smell of mustard like woke me up,
Hmm.
and I was like smelled something weird. I was like, what the hell is and yeah, yeah, it's just after that it wasn't much of a pleasant experience actually. After that, I went
Yes.
through a lot of trauma after that. So
Oh my
uh,
gosh. So do you think it was a negative ET contact? What do you think? What did you feel?
I don't know what it really was, to be honest with you. It wasn't any normal type of alien or anything like that, or
Hmm.
special being or anything.
Hmm.
It was kind of
But
like very like monster like a little bit.
that's not good.
Yeah, no,
So here's
its
so
face was
here
very
so
awkward and weird.
yeah. So here's what I'd like you to do. You came up here for a reason. So we're going to do some helping of. You haven't had the. Have you had problems since then?
Oh yeah,
How
yeah,
would you
yeah.
like this? How would you like them to be stopped?
Now, um,
I mean,
just
you don't want to have you don't
the
want to
blurry memories for sure.
right. But how would you like that to stop so there's no more negative ET experiences or that happening?
Um,
I
you know,
can do
I
I can do something for you. I'm not from
sure.
this world. If you're new to my show, I'm from beyond. I come from the Ashtar Command realm. I work with the Christed beings of light. I am a Christed being of light in human form. I work on the highest levels of understanding, and I come from off planet. I came here on mission to Earth, so I want to help you. Well, I'm gonna get the dog to stop barking here. Let me just do this here. Whose
Yeah.
dog is? Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so here's what I want to do for you, Langdon. I'm going to send a spaceship over your location, one of our Ashtar command ships over your location. I've done this with people before. And what we're going to do is send 10 Ashtar command personnel cloaked to your location. When they come there, you're not even going to know they're there at first, but they're going to clear out all the energy from that experience. And whatever this thing is, they're going to send it off planet back where it came from. So within the next 24 to 48 hours, when you go to sleep, I want you to say, I'm a Christed being of light. I refuse to have any more negative contact experiences. I will not allow it. And it is to go back to where it came from. But we're sending 10 Ashtar Command personnel to your location right now. I'm operating in a different consciousness at the moment. I can switch consciousness within a nanosecond. So right now, I'm not just being a talk show host. I'm being an Ashtar commander. We're going to send a ship, one of our smaller ships, over, cloaked over your location, and we're going to send 10 of the Ashtar people that are going to go around the perimeters of your property. They're going to go into the basement area. They're going to go into all areas of the physical environment, and they're going to clear out the energies that have been affecting you. I want you to close your eyes for a minute and say to yourself, I'm a Christed being of light. I will not allow any negative energies to come in the realm of my contact anymore. Oh, wow. I just heard something drop. You all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So make sure. So I want you to do this. And I want you, as I'm speaking, to say, I'm a Christed being of light. Say it with conviction.
I'm a
Say it like you
Christed
mean it.
being of light.
And I refuse to allow any negative energies back in my
Refuse
house.
to let any negative energy in my house.
And
Say
say
it
it
with
again.
meaning and they will go away.
You got to
Say it with
put the
meaning.
boundaries up.
You got to set the boundaries. Say, I refuse to let any negative beings in my house
I
again.
refuse to let any negative beings into my house.
Again.
I refuse to let any negative beings into my house.
Get a little stronger about it.
Look, you got to get stronger. Say
I
it like, say it
refuse to let any negative beings into my house.
There you go. That's the energy
There
you
you
want to
go.
have.
And they're not
All right?
allowed to touch you or nothing.
Just put
That's
up your
right.
boundaries. They won't be able to come around you.
Nope. And the fact is, in a minute, you're going to feel a different energy in your house. We have 10 of the Ashtar Command people in your house right now. In a second, I want you to tell me how you're feeling. They're going to be, whatever room you're in, they're going to kind of slightly, gently make their presence known. You're going to feel a lighter energy, and you're going to feel a loving energy coming through. Close your eyes. Let yourself not think about it. Close your eyes and just feel the energy right now. And in a moment, tell me how you feel.
And we're all with you, buddy.
Yeah.
We're all with you.
What's Commander doing? What are you doing over there, Commander?
I'm doing some galactic energy work.
Oh, okay.
He's doing his mind thing right now.
That's what you do.
That's what I'm doing right now. So. Sending positive energy that man's way.
Okay, and when you're ready to open your eyes, Langdon, please do, and let me know how you feel.
I feel good.
How are you feeling now?
I feel good.
Okay, good. So what we just did is we went in there and we're clearing all the energy out that has been there from that being that you expressed what they looked like. They're going to be sent off planet. Your whole environment's being cleared out, from a basement to the kitchen to whatever rooms you have outside the elements of the outside of your house. They're working on clearing all the energy out of there. And the next 24 to 48 hours, you'll no longer have that energy there, and you will not have any more experiences or dreams of that being.
That's good.
No, it's very good.
Yes.
And the next time you have contact with space people,
Conviction.
you're going to have contact with star people that are Christed beings of light. And if you ever do wish to have contact, you will set the perimeters of contact now. You'll set the perimeters.
Cool.
You understand what I mean?
Sort of, kind of.
So what that means is, instead of letting anything come in, you're not letting anything come in anymore. It's your space, it's your place, and you will not let any negative keys come in there and do what they're doing. You are going to set the perimeters and say, this house is a Christed being of light. This space is my Christed being of light. I am a Christed being of light, and only the Christed beings of light may communicate with me. If you're not, you must leave and not come back. So you're putting up a parameter, you're putting up a gate. Your gate says you can't come trespassing in here unless you tell me who you are. No longer can you just come in here and make yourself known.
And don't be scared of them anymore. You can't be scared of them.
No.
If you're scared of them, it gives them
That's the thing.
a
That's
chance
the
to
thing
come
too. Actually,
closer.
is my sister. She's got like she was the one that even noticed them first, and it's just like it's really bad with her. Like they like her hair fell out and all kinds of weird stuff. We weren't believing her, and we were like, okay, you're kind of sounding a little crazy here, and it just time after time she kind of proved everybody wrong. And I don't know, it's just very weird.
Well, is your sister living with you?
No, she lives out in the country.
Okay. So at least we're helping you, and you're going to feel better.
Yeah, no, for sure, I do, for sure. I've moved out of that location and stuff, and somebody did some light work on like like my aura and all that stuff just last night, actually, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, yeah,
Well, now you have
yeah, no,
10
it
space
does.
people in your room.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds
So people
strong.
that don't know what I do, I know Ray and Mary know what I do. I've done this for people. I'm not just merely a human being, although I look just like a human being. I've been activated when I was a kid, but I wasn't fully activated till I was an adult, and I have the ability to, when I need to, only when I need to, is that activation done. Like just now, where I send a spaceship, that activation doesn't happen in my everyday life. It's only when things like this happen. It's like a switch turns on, and I have to help somebody. And
Yeah,
that's what I did for
right.
you. I have to do it. It's just like I can't sit here and let you go through it. I have to do something to help you,
Yeah,
and that's what I just did.
yeah.
So
Nice.
All right.
Langdon, you'll have to have your sister come on here so Commander can help her too.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
sound a lot
Yeah,
stronger.
Yeah, you sound a lot better.
Yeah.
she's
We'll help your sister.
not doing too well. She got breast cancer and everything, like out of
Oh my
nowhere.
gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well, we'll
yeah,
send.
she's not
All we
doing
can
too
do
well.
as a collective people is just pray for your sister, send her love and
Yeah,
light and energies of love, and that's all we can do.
that is awesome. That is awesome.
You know.
Yeah, I
All right.
appreciate it.
Well, it's almost at 2 a.m. on the East Coast
Yeah,
here.
I know. I got to get to bed here.
Langdon, thanks for showing up, man. I know there was a reason. Well, now you're going to sleep well,
Yeah, it'll be
and
nice and calm. That's cool.
and also just understand that the 10 space people are in your house. They're going to be in there for. Wait a minute. We'll keep them. We'll keep them in your house for about a week. We're going to give you the space people for about a week to make sure everything is clear. The spaceship will be hovering way up in the atmosphere. When they're completed with their work on your property, they'll leave like you didn't even notice them. They'll just take off and leave.
Cool. Awesome.
So
Appreciate
we're
it.
blessing you with a week of the Ashtar Command people in your house.
It's awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
It's gonna get better.
It
It
will.
will.
Yeah. Yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure. Thank you guys.
Yeah,
And we're
you're
following you, Langdon, so you're now a friend of the show. So welcome.
Cool. Awesome. I appreciate it. Nice talking with you
Okay,
guys.
man.
Okay.
You take
welcome.
care. All right. Let's
Thank
do this here.
Sleep well.
All right. And this is what happens on my show. Sometimes for people that are new to my show, I'm activated. I do what I do. I do have connections with our space family on the spaceships, and I can send a spaceship and personnel into someone's home if they're having problems. You're saying, how could he do this? I'm just fully activated. I can do this. I don't even question it. You know, I can send a spaceship anywhere on the planet that I'm connected with the command or a specific thing, helping somebody, and I do it. I've always done that. Well, I've always done it in my adult life when I became awake. You know, so that's it. We help people, and if you watch my show long enough, you're going to know I'm the real deal. I don't do cards. I don't do little pendulums going back and forth with blinking lights. I don't have blinking cards thrown up in the air that are popping out with a joker or something. I don't have any of that stuff. I don't even whatever it is. I don't. I don't have any of that stuff. I am a cosmic book. I am a cosmic being of light. Thank you, Sheriff. Thank you. Who gave me that gift? Thank you. We appreciate it. And I just want to know the essence of my show is really about loving people and busting the matrix. And that's what we do here. We bust the matrix. Thank you, Bolin. Thank you for the roses. We appreciate it. You see what I can do here. And what I do here is I break all the boundaries of belief systems. I go every day in human life. I operate as a human being, but I am not merely just a human being. I've come to the understanding, because I'm awake, that I came, not only do I remember I came from Mars as a kid, but I am from another galactic level of light. My consciousness operates in a different frequency. I can operate in the 3D frequency when I'm working during the day, but I also have a multidimensional consciousness, which allows me to operate in a way that's way different. And I want to thank everyone for being here. It is almost near 2. It's time for the commander to end the show and kind of get some rest. I want to thank Mary and Ray for coming on here. giving us some updates on spaceships. I want to thank everybody here for the gifts and for watching the show. Please let everybody know about Encounters, number one spaceship, the number one. I'm not sure where that's coming from, but the number one spiritual UFO talk show. It could be the number one spaceship. Maybe I am on a spaceship.
Yeah,
You know,
you
You
might
might
be.
and I think I'm in the living room.
Yeah.
No, just kidding, just kidding. Wait a minute, let's see. Am I in a living room or am I not in a living room? Is it possible? Is it possible I am in a living room or am I on a spaceship? Let me see here. Am I in a spaceship? Let's see here. Oh, let's see. Am I in a living room or in a spaceship? Am I on a spaceship or a living room? So here's a spaceship. And let's see. Let me go
there
back.
you go.
There's a spaceship right there. Let me see if I can be on a ship. And let's see if I can.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there you go.
Well, not on a ship though, but
Going back to the original screen. So there's the ship behind me. But am I on a ship looking at a ship? I'll leave that to your imagination.
Yeah.
the final thought.
Yeah, that's your final thought.
That's right. I want to thank everybody for being here. You folks are beautiful. And we're going to call it a night on the show here. And
we really enjoyed talking to all of you.
Yeah, Paranormal Ghostbusters in Australia, thanks for showing us that picture. And send me a picture of the picture, and I will take a look at it.
Thank you, Paranormal Ghostbusters.
Thank you,
Paranormal. Thank you so much, man. Everybody else, have a good night. Everybody be well, and we'll see you tomorrow night at 11 p.m. for another edition of Encounters. Take care, everybody.
Love you all. Good night.
Good night.